Hey guys, welcome to Stormheron 2024. So this is a Mead competition that is no entry fees. It's supposed to be very approachable, and it's got large cash prizes and some fun trophies. This year we have made, and you'll see these later on, some nice chalices. They've got little herons on it, and they're all 3D printed with a functional drinking glass on top. Those will be for the first, second, and third place winners, both for dry meads and sweet meads. Normally, we try to keep the two brackets separate, but we only had a small handful of sweet entries or dry entries this year, so we have combined the brackets. Although at the start, all the dry meads will be going up against each other, so they won't get knocked out just by people who might have a preference for dry or sweet mead. With that, we are going to be ready to start our first rounds very shortly here. I want to thank everyone for coming. I've got friends on both sides of me, some very experienced mead makers, some experienced drinkers, and other people who know quite a bit about brewing and judging both beer, wine, and mead. Do you guys want to introduce yourselves?
Sure, particularly.
Okay, there you go.
Hi, I'm Nate. I'm a registered Cicerone and mainly prioritize beer, but I also like mead and other wines.
I'm Corey. I've been making mead for about 7-8 years now. Make beer and wine as well, and I guess that's about it.
I go by Storm. I've been making mead for about 15 years now. I judge here in Minnesota occasionally. I like to make port meads, something that's very, very high ABV, not with any added alcohol to it, but just very much a boozy, sweet, and after-dinner style of drink.
I'm Tom. I've been part of the competition since we first started doing it. I've also helped Storm as his, assistant in brewing for a few years now. And so I've got quite a bit of experience drinking meads.
I'm Tony. I've been making mead for about 5 or 6 years now. And I also make beer and cider, and I also sometimes make beer for work.
Underneath the table is my dog Pancake. You will probably hear him at some point. Hopefully he doesn't make a mess. He has been known to run off with things at inopportune times. But he's doing pretty well so far today. And looking at our stewards, it looks like we've got just a couple of minutes until we have our first round. We are ready when you guys are. How many people do we have online now?
10.
Beautiful. All right, at some points during the comp, I have a easy dense and a refractometer. We might check ABV just for curiosity, final gravity. This is not done in the BJCP style, so we're commenting while we do this. We're kind of curious to see how things are going, and so we'll have a little bit more personal feedback sometimes than you get from just strictly a judging sheet. And everything is judged on, thumbs up or thumbs down between the two, which one you vote for. You're voting for either mead number 1 or number 2, just by preference. Yeah, so we won't be judging things quite as much like clarity or how well you've described the aromas or flavors that are going into the mead, or if every adjunct can be tasted, but just how much we do enjoy them. All right. Start with number 1. A little carbonate. Oh, sorry. No and that's the other rule. I'm really bad about talking, but there's no comments until we go and say which one we prefer, and then we can talk afterwards. And do you guys need more than that in order to get... I'm good. Okay. Mm-hmm. That's tough. All right. You guys ready?
Yeah.
I'm ready.
All right. Oh, well, that's
Unanimous.
I thought that was going to be a lot closer than that. So what do you guys really like about number one? Actually, should we say what they are now at this point?
I think an intro would be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we should intro on them.
MC, if we'd be able to.
Number one was entry number 17, Your Father Smelt of Elderberries. Number 2 was entry number 21, A Honey Braggot.
I was getting a little bit more of a floral note, but I guess that would have been hops. Not a lot of bitterness came through for it to me.
Yeah, I
No,
didn't get
it definitely came across like a beer aspect came through on that, but
Mhm.
I'm saying it's
Yeah, it's very much a beer finish.
Yeah, I liked them both. I think I would have liked both of them a little bit more cold, but we are serving everything this year. Just it's kind of cellar temp, and it's cool outside. What do we got? 50, 40?
Yeah, about
Probably
50 degrees.
Okay,
52.
so that'll be a good temperature for serving. But sometimes carbonated and light does a little bit better, a little colder. I really like the aroma in 2. It was very floral, a little bit more complicated. But I did like the balance of flavor a little better in 1. I don't know if you guys have different opinions on that, or
For me, it kind of came down to number 1 tasted a bit more refined. Number 2 had a little bit of this older malt characteristic, which could be if it was like malt extract. If that makes sense. Almost tasted a little bit like the malt was either a little bit older, or maybe a little bit of hot side oxidation, something like that. But it didn't have as much kind of cohesion at the very end versus how number 1 felt.
yeah, I really liked the aroma of 2, but I do feel like some of the, especially the finish of the flavor, didn't deliver quite as well as number 1 did.
The finish on 1 is really clean.
Yeah, it crisp is
Yeah.
the word I would use, and I really enjoyed that. Love. If mine could be just a little bit larger, not so that I can drink it, but so that I can stamp
Test
that.
them.
Yeah, go for it.
What do we want to drink?
I didn't know what would be the best way.
Yeah, I was just like, I'm not sure how we want to.
Thank you.
We should have printed out a second deck of them.
Hindsight.
It shouldn't be too bad. It'll just be kind
Yeah.
of
Next time we'll
Into the
choose.
new
We're not here to go rush through this with the smaller number of entries.
yeah, we get to have a little bit more
Or, yeah.
deliberation on things too. We can. It was a strong start though.
Yeah, I like those. So we're going to be starting with all the dry ones here, and then we'll swap to sweet for the second half of the bracket, and then you'll just keep on repeating that towards the end.
I'd be curious the gravity on the elderberry because it didn't taste that dry to me.
No.
It presented fairly
Well,
sweet.
the next time it comes through, I'll go give her a sample. And one of the things with this is too is we're not being quite as strict as BJCP is. So if it's a semi-sweet, put it whichever way you feel it goes. If it's dry, if it's got a really tart fruit, could be a little higher, 10, 15 or so. But the goal is really to kind of keep it like low on one side and obviously high on the other, just so there's not too much bias.
Yeah, I mean, last year we basically had a sweet one sneak through the
Oh,
dry bracket,
I
so
felt so fucking bad about that.
We almost won the dry bracket.
Thank you.
it all swept the dry bracket, I should say. And then we're like, wait a second. Wait just a minute here.
What's the gravity on that? Was it like 1080
It's 1065
Yeah.
my memory serves.
Yeah,
in the dry?
It was so fucking good.
I'm pretty sure we've taken the sweet bracket had it not.
Yeah,
you
it
know.
probably would have.
I would not have been shocked if that one had won overall. It was like my top 3.
Yeah, by far.
Yeah.
Also, I just want to state for one on the last one, I appreciate the Monty Python reference.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was a fantastic name.
There's some good names coming up here.
We do a name only competition where we just pick your favorite and have a second bracket.
No, we're not letting you let Steve win again.
Oop. Got him.
Full derby horse race picking. Go based on names.
This is square
Viable
circle
metric as any until you
backslash.
taste it.
All right, everyone got one?
All right.
Yep. And two. Starting with one again.
Yeah.
Number one.
Just curiosity. I've already got
was
my
curious as
I've already
well.
got my opinions.
Yeah, say don't tell us the number until you're done.
Yeah. All right, we're connecting. Come on, Mr. Bluetooth, you got this.
All right, I've got my decision.
I need a second, actually.
Yeah, I'm going back and forth here.
Oh, yeah, no, that's...
He's questioning one of them, Storm.
No, I was just curious. I don't-
There is a pretty big disparity.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know,
Okay.
one definitely presents a lot sweeter than the other.
Yeah, it does.
I am ready when you guys are.
I'm ready as well.
I'm ready.
All right.
Ready for votes?
Yep, 1, 2, 3. 2, 1.
Oh.
Oh. So
out.
if that was just a little bit sweeter, I would have said it probably doesn't belong in the
Yeah.
dry bracket. Especially if it's a trad, like I think it is. So that was 1019. But it does have, you know, some floral to it. I think if that had fruit, we never would have second guessed it.
No. Yeah.
Entry number 2 is the winner.
Yes.
Shall I reveal the names?
Mhm.
Entry number 2 was number 26, Dreambuster. And entry number 1, or number 1 was entry number 1, Blueberry Smoke.
Mm. Yeah,
I
you
don't
can.
get any of the blueberry on it.
Well, I got fruit, but I
Yeah.
couldn't find which one it was.
I just got a little bit of like a tart astringency out of it.
Yeah. I really liked the nose on
Yeah,
one.
I got
but
some
it
of-
kind of failed to deliver on the note. Like.
Well, now going back, I can smell the blueberry.
Okay.
So when I went back and forth, the tannin profile on number 1 is what made me
Sure.
want to go to it, and it
Mhm.
gave that very unmistakable berry thing to
Yeah.
it that was. I felt like it was really well integrated because at first I tasted it and I wasn't super into it, and then I went back to it and I kind of was like, I think I'm gonna go for that.
I'd have been very happy if I
Yeah.
had made that mead myself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've got a sweet tooth. I tend to pump everything up a bit. I personally would have
bit.
wanted it like, even if it was a dry one for me, you know, it's like 7 points sweeter because that came in at 998.
Oh,
Which
yeah, that explains
it's
it.
very dry.
Yeah,
And
that
that's
explains why I didn't
required.
like it. Why I didn't get any of the berry flavor out of it.
Yeah, it is very, very hard to get strong berry flavor when things are
Yeah.
dry.
That would have been a lot. That would have been amazing at like 1020, 1025.
as it is now, I would sit on my porch drinking that all day in the summer,
Yeah.
just like rosé.
Yeah, I suspect the ABV wasn't super high on that. I think I would really enjoy having like a can of it. Like it
Yes,
was like
yes.
I think it's kind of
all's right in the world.
biased for how it is outside right now because I'd like that more during summer.
Summer,
It's 50
yeah.
degrees right now.
Yeah,
So-
maybe a little bit more of mulled wine season.
I think maybe there's a little bit of a
It also might not be bad mold.
Ooh, yeah.
I think it comes
So
down.
maybe get to blowtorch, buddy. We were doing the practice stream, and I was sitting here with butane torches every time the wasps came out to go investigate the honey.
Do you think there was supposed to be a smoke note in there, being so it was named like that, or
Yeah. I found it a little bit. I think that might be where some of the bitter was coming
That's-
from,
Yeah.
but I think it could have been doubled down on. But sometimes liquid smoke doesn't really.
That's what I was
Stick
kind of
around.
thinking because it was a lot more liquid smoky than kind of like smoke.
Yeah, it's really hard to work with because how long it sat around makes a huge difference in its presentation. And even just shaking it can make it present differently. And unfortunately, shipping is
Rough.
Yeah.
Always.
your wine has been disturbed.
We just had to do with the stack thing. Make it easier.
That works.
You know, a good way to deal with flying infections, have like a spray bottle of DNS.
GNS?
Neutral.
Oh,
It does wonders.
Yeah.
wouldn't that be NTS? Grain neutral spirit?
Yeah, it's very neutral.
Oh,
It's using for just
okay.
Yeah,
How are you liking the work? I mean, no specifics, just
It's a lot of fun.
good.
Very nice.
Good. I was really happy for you when I heard that you had, started working at something like that. Because we all kind of like, oh yeah, it'd be really fun to go brew professionally. And
Yeah. Well, it's not. It's a lot of things other than brewing too. But we do make, beer every like couple weeks.
someday that is the dream to go own a meadery. But
Yeah.
He said
Oh, yeah,
he
Ralph.
just saw the stream. He's gonna go watch from the beginning.
yep.
Once you're independently wealthy.
Once I am independently wealthy, exactly.
the Ken Tran.
Yes,
Thank you.
and I can afford my own orchards like the Godfather.
The famous Ken Tran quote: "Start with a large fortune and have a small one."
Yup.
Now you just got to harass your neighbors and put a bunch of beehives back here.
I am gonna put in a couple of more fruit trees this spring, and I'm really looking forward to it.
So someone said blueberry smoke was mine. I'm glad it's interesting enough to generate so much discussion.
I like it.
Yeah,
I drink it all day.
It was really good. Some years we get some where we're like, ooh, I wonder if something happened in shipping. Just like it got warm and something happened. But
That was very well done for what
Yeah.
it was trying to be.
Yeah.
I personally have a bit more of a sweet tooth, so I prefer it sweeter, but that's preference.
yeah,
Despite all the sweet meat I make, I generally go for things that are less sweet for general drinking.
You're a big bitter guy.
Yeah.
I prefer
Oh,
bitter
wow.
as well. So
okay.
It
I got a little excited.
yeah, I
Let's go
can
on,
smell the
guys.
lopsided by just going. Yeah.
Well, they were both the same specific gravity, and so I was like, am I reading it wrong? Oh wow! I drank them backwards, but
Are we ready to go again?
yeah. Wow, those are both very good.
I'll take
Yeah.
second.
Yes, please.
Hopefully, people sent multiple bottles of those.
Yeah.
I think there's only one mead that we have that has a single. Maybe there's two, but we should have no shortage of booze for the after party.
Oh, that's tough.
Ooh.
Yeah.
They were the same gravity too.
Yes. Unless my thing is lying to me, but we'll see if the
That's
numbers make
wild.
sense here. 18.
I just choose.
Yeah. Can they both advance and go against someone else?
Seriously?
The plus or minus a couple of percent, and it gets worse as the ABV gets higher. But I never would have guessed that.
I'm not.
What is
I'm
it?
not 100% sure that I believe that.
I don't know if I agree with that, but I don't know if I don't. It said 22.
Questionable.
Can I have several bottles?
Yeah, and so that one's a little bit more normal, 16%. If we get any numbers and they sound wrong, this is not a accurate method. And if it's yours, please tell us the real ABVs on these because we'd love to know.
But it
So
seems like
borrow
these
a
are
DMA real
high.
quick.
both of these are boozy.
Yeah.
I would say I'd like to be under the table with either of these.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
very dangerous.
This is a hard matchup.
Can we advance both of them?
Yeah.
Yeah, that-
I'd love to.
I'm ready.
I'm ready
I'm
as well.
ready.
I'm ready.
All right. Oh, okay.
Ooh.
So one, I like the complexity. It just came down to complexity for me. They're phenomenal meats. Both of them are absolutely perfect. Supposedly, this one's 22% alcohol by volume. The wort correction factor could be off.
Yeah.
But no matter what, it's going to be strong. And the other one's 16%, so it's
Yeah. Why I'll explain a little bit why I chose 2. I just liked how it evolved on the better.
yeah.
It evolved all the way through. It
Yes.
changed flavors every time. So I was just
That would do very well in competitions.
Yeah.
I'm really curious to know what it is. I suspect it's a traditional.
No.
No, what do you think? I think it's a
No.
varietal honey.
I think there's cinnamon too.
You think cinnamon?
I could
I get a little bit of berry too.
I was
There's
thinking
some fruit in
clover honey
You
for
can
the
definitely
cinnamon.
get
No.
cinnamon from clover honey.
Yeah, it just the nose was too a little more like aggressively cinnamon than I could normally get from clover, but
Oh yeah.
you all are
You
also
know,
in the land of like the best clover.
it is pretty strong aromatically, which sometimes that's hard to find.
Which number one?
Number one.
One.
Number one. Number one was entry number 15. If she weighed the same as a duck, she's made of wood. Entry number 27 was named Stroopwafel. Number
see
2
it.
was
Yeah.
Oh,
27
Stroop waffles. So yeah, I think that did have cinnamon in it. I'm trying to forget
Okay.
what everything is, but you know, if you're going through the charts, some are gonna stick.
I mean, both of them I thought were fantastic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
neither of those are gonna
Incredible,
survive
yeah.
the night. I guarantee it.
No, absolutely.
um.
Unless you count surviving the night as me taking the bottle. and
Oh,
going
well,
and hiding.
fair,
You
fair.
think you get away with that, Corey?
I'm gonna try. For me, the
We
reason
will
I went
find
with
you.
1 though was just there's a really great mouthfeel texture
Yes.
to 1. It's very silky,
Yes.
and there's a lot of acid, but there's not too much.
It's
very well
it is
balanced.
acidic,
Yes.
and I'm
Yeah.
surprised how smooth and balanced that felt at that
Mhm.
SG.
What was the gravity on that?
10-14.
Yeah, 10,
Wow.
it'll change a little bit. Both 1016 was what I read last time. If you want to donate some, I can do a quality control.
You want to donate
Fine.
some?
I know, right?
My curiosity outweighs my desire to drink it.
I know.
I only need a milliliter. That's the beauty of the Easy Dents. For $400, your dreams can be yours.
I need one so bad.
Oh, hey, shit, that came out wrong. Okay, so
Okay.
that makes more sense. Especially why the calculation said 22%.
Mhm.
So it must not have updated. This was unfortunately where we swapped from sweet and
Yeah.
dries versus each other.
Look how close it was. still.
Yeah, so this one is 1039, 1040 actually.
Okay.
So I'm gonna rework the ABV calc on that.
The dry one's still almost 1?
Yeah,
Yeah. It.
oh,
That was a very good matchup.
that ABV is much lower. Oh no.
Yeah.
6.5.
However,
I could drink several
winning it.
bottles of that.
yeah, winning out when you're lower ABV is also
Yeah.
it's a little harder normally.
It's low ABV, yes,
Yes.
but like I really hate when I get notes of alcohol written on mine. It's like
Yeah.
it's a sack. It says 19 and a half on the outside.
You want to drink it?
Yeah. It was mine.
Yes. Otherwise, I
Yeah,
would
that
drink
Stroop waffle was really good
Yeah.
though.
it. Yeah.
That was
Both
really
of them are fantastic
Yeah.
and deserve to move on.
that was an unfair matchup early on.
Realistically, everything so far
I-
has been
Yeah.
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
good.
Like I said, some years we get some that are a little off, but I think people who are sending their stuff in are really proud.
Yeah.
We didn't get
it
assaulted
should be.
this year.
Wait, to what?
We didn't get assaulted this year
Hey.
so far. Take that.
Yet.
Yeah.
Hey, no, my Reaper is hiding in there. No, I'm kidding.
Hey, I mean, it's better than the cooking wine, which tastes
Oh,
of like
God,
no.
gym stock.
That
Hey,
onion.
that's not fair. It is very stale, Jim.
So what I need to do is I need to send you back with a bottle of it, because it's the cursed pesto.
Yeah.
And so if he ever comes out to your place, you can give it to him.
The best part is I The best part is I actually hung out with him earlier this
recently.
year.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm saying so. All right. Now we are firmly into the sweets. And if I could get them first, because I'm taking samples of a lot of these.
Yes, sir.
Go
My favorite beer wenches. I shouldn't say that. Oh, that's terrible. My wife is being incredibly supportive of both my hobby and this competition. We would not be doing it this year without help. All right.
If you need help.
Oh, what the heck? Oh, no comments.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Wow. Those are really good.
Well, that's not fair.
Yeah.
I think
Oh,
it's going to be
boy.
a split vote this
Sorry.
time.
Yeah.
If this one's unanimous, I'll be very surprised.
Yeah.
You just make like twice as many trophies and everyone gets one.
Everyone but one person.
Oh,
New requirement.
Yeah.
We all get extra bottles.
Well, if you send me $1,000 worth of resin, because that's about how much I feel like I went through here. But I'm so proud of these because I can't wait till people get them in their hands and tell me what you actually think of them. But it's this really cool resin printed 3D design, and you can't make it with any other method outside of resin printing. And I think I got something cool out of it. Anyhow, which one do you like best?
I've decided.
Ready?
Oh boy, that is again. I was like on the coin flip between 1 and 2.
Yeah, same.
yeah.
So
One is very good.
what
It's
is
got
going on in 1?
One.
I've got like a cinnamon note almost. It reminds me of that one we had from the last round, where it's
Mm-hmm.
that cloverish cinnamon type.
It's almost milky.
It's
in a way.
similar. Yeah, it's very good.
One, I'm getting a traditional that was fermented cold and then back sweetened. The only reason I didn't go with it was I think it went a little further sweetness than my preference.
I'm gonna be really curious to see what they say in the
I
end.
get almost a little bit of caramel character out of it too.
I was gonna say, you're
Yeah.
wise. It reminds me of a cream ale in a way, and I
And
think that's
Mhm.
probably why I'm liking it so much.
It did
Which
have
is
a
one of your
shorter finish
favorites.
than I would expect for how much body it has.
I would agree. Like
Yeah.
it goes away pretty quickly, but I really enjoy that body.
Number 2 lingers a lot more and has a lot of body.
I
It
mean,
comes across as like a really, really nice, just like big fruit mead.
Yeah.
Confirming that number 2 was the winner.
yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
All
sir.
right. Entry number 2 was entry number 19. Almost none left.
Oh no!
So sorry.
Mead number 1 was entry number 13. Wake me up and go go.
Oh.
Comment from the previous one: Coffee Blossom Trad aged with some Amberana.
Oh, that makes sense.
Oh. Yeah, Coffee Blossom is such a unique.
Probably Sean's honey too.
Yeah, I would, of course.
It was posted by Man Made Mead.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Oh, that was.
Okay.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm glad that he put one in. I hadn't been looking at the names very closely, just to hope to avoid too much bias here. So far, it's working okay. Some people have very distinctive naming styles, and I try to forget whom is whom. So that last one was about 15%, 2, that is 50% with a final gravity of 1.08.
That makes sense.
Yeah, very sweet, which is... All right, biases are showing. And then here... Oop, I'm gonna need a little bit more than that. Still coming out a little bit mixed in color. I'm trying. I don't want to lose too much of my samples because I want to drink them. Let's see. On verse 1044. And final alcohol of 13%. Oh yeah, absolutely. All right. Elevator music. I'll be right back.
I'm gonna pause the stream.
Oh no.
Keep it going.
Commentary.
So we made a lot of notes on the first one, but we didn't really talk about the one that actually won.
Yeah.
So who had thoughts on that?
I love it. I think it's great. It has this really what's the word? It's got the I think it's current. I think there's a lot of current in whatever this blend for fruit is because
tracks.
I get a lot of these earthy, foresty vibes from it, but also a ton of citric acid.
Okay, I can see that. And there may be a little bias there because someone here uses a lot of current.
So do I.
Has several witches over there. So that might be part of what drew me towards. Just felt a lot more familiar, or it's got that same body and a
I
lot of that
smelled
character.
it, and I really hope I'm not wrong that it's current, but it very, very immediate.
Somebody was late.
Oh,
Yeah. So I went back to our drop-off location. We got this after close, and then I forgot to put it with all its friends.
Hey, they made it. That's all that matters.
Get here during the competition, it still counts. Apparently.
I don't know. I think the difference for me was I liked the cleanliness of one
Yeah.
versus two. I guess is the way I'd put it. It was very, how to put it, consistent.
Yeah.
It was. It was
Much-
very, very good.
It's also an easy drinker. I could probably drink a lot more of that one over the
Yeah,
course of a couple days, over like a day.
I assume you're saying number one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For number two, it's a lot richer, so I don't think I could have quite as much of it. But in a small sample like this, it really shines.
I get a little bit of mint out of it.
I do.
Like cinnamon and mint.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll say to whoever had number 2, I'm sorry that they said almost none left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's upsetting.
I
This
have that
needs
feeling.
More time to peak.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, this really. I think when we're done tonight, trying that one later in the evening is going. It's going to open up a lot.
Yeah. And on a second taste of it, I do think it's a little strong on the acid. I almost wish I had voted one. Oh, I didn't hear that,
That is-
part.
I think it's currants at least.
Okay.
Smell it and taste it. It's just. I get that like.
It's
I get citric on it. Not that that's.
Yeah, citric acid is currant.
Is that what's in it?
Currant is majority citric.
Oh, I should know. Well, except for the fact that I had to rip all mine out. I had 4 beautifully developed currant bushes, and this is my last year getting anything out of them. I got 8 gallons. No, 6 gallons of currants out of it, and then they develop blight, and it's done. So gotta salt the earth, and you can't have any currant of any sort or gooseberry or anything for a couple of years.
No.
But it also makes sense with the 1080
Yeah, Yeah.
and still feeling high acid.
or I think it was 1060.
I think you said 108.
108.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Either way, big.
It was
Something.
big.
It's above starting gravity for most things.
Yeah.
Ready for the next one?
really
It depends who's making your stuff.
because most things we've done starting are like what 11 something.
Yeah. 1150.
I'd say I've been doing a lot of barley wine lately, and it's been 1150, 1160 starting.
Oh, barley wines are so good.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, there it goes. Okay.
Good start.
Yep. We've had a lot of red and white matchups.
I know.
Interesting.
It's been a lot of very, very much.
Oh.
Correct that. There's a very wait.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. I'm ready.
Yeah.
I need a minute.
Absolutely.
Right, I'm ready.
Yeah.
Jeff said he's going to come over.
Beautiful. Ready?
Ready.
3, 2, 1. Go. Boop. Yep.
Unanimous number 1.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
2 is great.
Yeah.
But 1 is
so silky.
yeah, the
Yeah.
whole way through.
It's-
There's no notes of anything that is out of place.
It is so intensely honeyed and silky and just, it's clean.
Yeah, when you think
Tastes like
just
honey.
mead,
That
that's
was it.
what you're thinking.
Yes.
It's just a perfect example of like a
The idea.
really ideal. Yeah,
It's
it's
the platonic ideal.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of
philosophy.
It's got some other floral notes. It's got a little bit of complexity, but not too much that it's overpowering or distracting. It just perfectly blended.
If whoever made this is on and watching once they say who it is, I'd really be interested if they did any acid addition.
Yeah. And
Because
then what?
for how heavy bodied it feels, it does still have brightness to it.
It just tastes like I'm drinking like a honey packet. Is the best way I could describe it.
But in a good way.
In a good
Yeah.
way. But like,
Entry number 1 was entry number 28, Peachy Keen Tea. And number 2 was entry number 29, Pomegranate Frankenstein.
Oh, pomegranate. Is that what it
Okay,
was?
okay.
Yeah.
Holy sh.
Did you do something wrong again?
No, it's just
Jake's like, we're going to
I almost ran out of room on my refractometer. So it is for the final gravity high is high and the ABV is higher. You run out of
Yeah, you really run out of movement.
so both of those were around 1060, 1070, and 13 to 15% sort of thing. What's up?
I'm just watching.
Oh.
See if you're ready to move on.
Mhm.
Just watching.
Yeah, the finish on the pomegranate is not perfect.
Yeah, that's not perfect is the way I would describe it.
Yeah, it's
good.
very good,
I-
but the finish, I don't know if it's just that it's young or if it was from like a juice instead of I don't know what the
We
cause
have
is.
opinions about pomegranate.
Yeah,
you also have done that whole nightmare on.
Oh.
Yeah, I was part of that. We
Yeah.
spent 12 hours shucking pomegranates to use fresh
I
stuff.
remember you leaving for that day, and you came back, and I'm like, I don't want to talk.
And that tastes a little different. So I'm thinking it wasn't fresh shucked, but it may have been in just a slightly different ripeness, or
I
it's
think
very
it has a
young.
little bit
It's
of
hard
an
to tell.
acid addition in an attempt to balance
That might be too.
some sweetness. And this is just in normal competition, I would not be saying this sort of thing, but here we're doing dialogue.
Yeah.
So that would be my thought, and then the acid might have been just a little dialed up past where it is. But I'm going to be very curious to know if I'm completely off the
I
mark.
think it would be better
on it.
with age.
I
honestly.
Yeah,
think
aging
time
a little
on
oak.
oak.
Yeah.
Yeah, time on oak is exactly what I would have wanted to see in
You
that.
can
Yep.
still drink. I'm just getting these.
I just thought it's
But
the
number
same
one
thing
is
with,
so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get the little bit of floral afternotes from the tea, the very faintness on the peach, because not once it's mentioned, you can kind
Yeah.
of pick it up a little
Yeah.
bit.
yeah.
But it just accentuates the honey character a lot.
Yeah. Well, and I think that would do. I'm curious to know how that would do in competition in standard comp.
I think it would do probably
Because-
pretty good. It was very clear. It had
Here's the thing. You know exactly what I'm saying here.
Can't say something if you can't taste it.
Exactly. And so
You're gonna get dinged
you're
hard.
gonna, and like to the point where it's like, why is this the way it is? Because we loved that,
Yeah.
and I didn't find the peach in it.
I did a little bit
very
after it was
delicate
mentioned.
fruit,
You
too.
can find it
Yes.
if you're looking for it, but it's not apparent.
And it's exactly that. Sometimes everything that I have ever like meddled with has been like, it is this and it is that, and it is, a lower ABV, and it was a very formulaic way to to get the medals. And I'm not saying that's the only way, but there are some easy buttons you can go and hit if you aren't looking specifically for that. Them?
Oh, I heard a word and I was wondering. Okay, yeah,
Look
no, that's
for
fine.
it in.
No, I
we learned you're allergic.
heard the allergic and I'm like, I don't care if it's hornets, I'll just not,
You should
Get
not.
stung?
I'll just ignore them. And then I won't
It
get
was
stung.
in the glass.
I was more worried about the whole. I heard allergy, and I'm like, if somebody send a carrot meat down here, I'm gonna be sad.
Wait, you're allergic to carrots?
Yeah, I know it's
What,
weird.
vitamin A or something?
I don't know.
Well,
I wish I knew.
One of the
For you?
guys, the guy who's missing right now, is allergic to tomatoes.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean
I don't know if
nightshade.
it's
That
a
makes sense.
I don't know if it's completely an allergy or if he just really doesn't like.
No, he has actually accidentally eaten some and then had extreme responses to it. Some anaphylactic, but then extreme digestive issues as well.
The only extreme response we would get from my allergies is moldy, so we'd notice that one ahead of
If you
time.
start going to anaphylactic shock, that means it's disqualified.
You killed one of the
Alright.
judges. Congratulations.
You win.
Gotta be some metal for
Wow,
that.
the carbonation on that is
It's gorgeous.
beautiful.
It is really-
it is
Visually,
really
that's
Yeah,
For
the color's
me,
really
which
nice
has
too.
so much
difficulty.
that
Yeah.
looks so pretty.
You want to do a close up on that?
The
Unfortunately, you have to come
yeah,
up.
you'd have to
you
come up and go do it. Yeah, dude.
though.
Yeah.
It's so pretty.
You know, a little closer.
It
Okay,
is
I'm gonna
rare
hold
that
my
you
comments
see.
for later because
Oh yeah.
smelling them.
You know how close I'm getting?
Yeah.
A little closer. A little closer. Yeah, I think that's pretty. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
All right, got the first one done. Are we ready for drinking?
Yeah.
Yes.
Number one first.
I got my answer.
Yeah.
I don't want to say I think that one's easy because they're both good, but I'm going to be shocked if we don't have the same opinions on it. They're so different.
They're also both very different than what we've been drinking.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready. One other.
I think I'm ready.
3.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh. Oh, I went and ran my mouth.
Real-
Really?
real quick.
The pail. Wait.
No, the pail's 2.
Yeah, no. Okay, I got it right. You said real quick and then handed me one. And I'm like,
Yeah.
wait,
Oh,
what?
yeah.
Because you had said 1.
I preferred one. Yes, which I have none left.
Smell that.
I like it.
Okay, it's a little weird to me. That's why.
I could see it be described as weird, but
Very chocolatey.
yeah.
Oh, why am I missing that?
That's exactly what I wanted. I got Melter
that's why
honey
I feel like an
and
idiot now
Yeah.
because I was
No,
like,
I knew
was-
what it was.
It's good
Like
and it's nice and chocolatey. It's just I don't particularly.
it's one of my
prefer-
favorites.
It's very Tootsie Roll.
I get a little bit of
word I would use, yeah.
Tootsie Roll, yeah. Which I
That's-
mean, I could suppose that not being.
it makes sense now because when I smelled it and tasted it, I didn't get the chocolate taste, but it came across as off flavor to me.
Okay.
All right. Are you ready to have the mead names revealed?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Mead number 1 was entry number 6, Flowered Tamarind.
Oh.
Mead number 2 was entry number 14, Strawberry Charade.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
on one, I just would like a little bit more acidity to it.
I think
I
it
don't-
needs something to offset the.
I just think 1's not for me. I don't know what I'd do with it.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I think it's a preference thing. It's very fantastic.
I
Like,
would
he loved
change the
it.
damn thing.
It is very good. Like I drink more of it. I just chocolate is not my preferred.
I
But
think
the
it is too
strawberry is very
challenging for me. I
light.
don't
It's very
understand it.
airy. It's got a very nice texture and complexity to it. It's
I just don't believe
Delicious.
the final gravity of this one.
Strawberry?
Yeah, I'd agree on that end in terms of again, as you describe it, that's what came to my mind was Tootsie Roll.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
I just don't know. I want to drink a Tootsie Roll. Is kind of how I would
Right.
describe it.
Cocoa nibs are hard,
Yeah.
but he said tamarind.
I mean, when I think of that, I think of Mexican candy.
Yeah,
So I'm like, I'm
so,
just trying to
yeah.
like put it in context of that, which I'm gonna be honest, I have a harder time doing.
I think of like sour soup.
I really just think this is difficult for me to understand the flavor profile.
I mean, it could be entirely that.
Yeah.
I mean,
it is
okay,
very
so-
complex.
I have nothing against how it tastes. It's just difficult.
So, number
It'd be a really nice dessert wine.
Fair.
the one that won was 2, correct? Or the
Correct.
light paler. Okay,
Yep.
so that one is final gravity of 1.02 and ABV of 13 and a half ish. You know, as you do. I thought it was
What?
way
I
lower
thought
than
this was
that.
5.5.
I was guessing 6. And my the first read on this wasn't good. You know, sometimes it has
bubbles
a
make
hard
it
time
hard.
with refreshing, and I do think that the bubbles throw
Bubbles
off the easy
really
dents.
throw
They do. They throw up like the alkalizer DMA too.
Yeah.
Having to half dilute a sample for an alkalizer
Oh,
is the funniest thing ever.
It's too high.
Too much pulpy
Too,
sugar.
yeah, that's exactly it.
When my friend was testing some of the slushy beers that came
Is
out,
this down in of course.
and he had to dilute it in half to get a good sample.
When I was doing some of my puree math, that's what I was doing, just to figure out fruit bricks additions and whatnot. Is really carefully dilute by half and then measure that because the easy dents just couldn't manage it otherwise.
So honest question here, this might be a little bit crazy, but one with like coffee ice cream.
Ooh.
Thoughts?
Ooh.
Illegal.
Actually,
So
what if
around
you
buy
did?
cock ice cream
What if you
quick?
made cold brew and then froze them, and then flash froze the cold brew
Oh, that
and poured it over frozen cold brew with ice cubes?
Oh, God. Your mind is a little weird, but I like where it's going.
It's one of those things where I'm
It's
like, I'm
heresy.
thinking of.
Delicious
I
heresy.
think it would be a great mead to accent like a dessert, like
Yes.
you said.
I could.
Mhm.
I'm gonna be honest. I could see boiling it down into a syrup, and then actually pouring it over ice
Okay. Okay.
I could see that.
I think that's the weird.
That is just like a chocolate sauce.
cream. I've done that to a couple of meads.
Oh, that'd be
past, though,
great.
too.
Thank you.
Also, seriously, shout out to everyone that's helping us because they're just dealing with our like drunken stupidity and like having to understand what we're saying and then line things up past that.
Yeah, stewards are the real heroes, always.
The eternal. Wait, what? Oh no. Okay. Again, lost its marbles. There's some issues with the updates. It read 1.00. I'm like, oh no, oh buddy. And then it updated. Again, I think a bubble.
I need a bit more time on this one. So.
Yeah, these are actually really similar.
hmm That's kind of what I'm like. It wasn't like their last few rounds where it's very different meads. These are like I have to get down more to the nitty gritty. Like
Yeah.
Oh, this is weird.
yeah, it's like how to describe it. Drinking this almost
I
the
don't-
same mead but slightly different.
It's
Yeah,
slightly different
they're probably
I-
very different fruit, but still.
Oh,
I
can
feel
see
that
it.
they are extremely different.
Well, but you know what's going into this, and there's
Yeah.
a specific thing in one that you're picking up that's absolutely not there in two. But if you have a red fruit mead, it's about the same ABV and about the same final gravity, and you have like
Weird.
all right, I'm ready.
I think I've got.
I have no idea.
I think I have to. Yeah.
Can I borrow a little bit of one?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I can see where you'd pick up something different because like after you said that and I went back, I'm like,
They present entirely different.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Mhm.
All right, ready?
No.
No. Oh, wow.
sorry, we broke one of our rules of not talking before voting on that one.
Giving really.
We haven't been too specific.
we were vague.
We were
but-
We haven't given
very,
notes.
very vague.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I decided.
All right.
All right. 3, 2, 1. 1.
Yeah.
1, 1, 2. All right. I liked the oak a lot.
Yeah,
And
that's why I
one.
picked up the second time.
I think that gave it a little bit more nuance. They're both beautiful, red fruit.
Yeah, one was interesting. The first time I drank it, I didn't like it at all. There was something
Yeah.
weird about it, and I was like, I'm not sure I like that. Then I tried the second one, I was like, that's very similar. Then I went back and forth, and the more I drank one, the more I liked it.
I really,
It just like built upon itself so well.
I really don't like the aroma in one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no.
That was
Yeah.
the big thing for me was when I took my initial.
And I'm not
sip,
sure
like,
what
that's
it
really
is.
It's
funky
a
and I can't
little
place
it's
it.
a little funk and a little sour. I don't mean
Yeah.
that in the funky sour, just but
No.
it's got a little bit of acidity in the nose.
It almost feels like it's a honey choice.
And that was my first thought. My very first thing I came through is that I didn't think the honey was melded well with what happened. Did it-
Oh, name. He was going to tell us.
I was gonna give you the names. Yeah. Mead number 1 was entry number 2, Black Currant. Mead
That makes
2 was entry number 30, Cherry Apple.
I wonder what's in those.
That explains why we were all detecting
the
a
apple a lot.
Oh,
funkiness.
we got a comment. Blackcurrant is mine. It's a higher temp run with BM4X4.
Oh,
So cherry
really?
liqueur esters is probably responsible for the similarities.
Okay.
Mhm.
It reminded me more of like a whiskey
Who said that?
almost.
Olive processor.
Yeah,
Same
I'm not
person
familiar
as
with that.
blueberry smoke earlier.
Oh, really? Okay. I'm really curious to know how old one is because I do
Yeah.
feel like
Yeah.
the honey could
Yeah, well,
get
since
in
you're here,
a little
how
better.
old is the blackcurrant?
Well,
long as we've got you.
Yeah.
The cherry apple one.
Do you taste the apple? Because
Yes.
I get the
I
apple.
taste
I do a
everything in-
little bit after kind of thinking about it for a second. It comes through kind of on the finish.
maybe it's just
It's
not.
probably 3 months on
Okay.
the black currant.
I
That
tasted
sounds about right.
everything in the cherry apple. This is a Montmorency cherry issue that I
Yeah.
have. That Montmorency cherries can have an oxidation taste to them. I know that's weird to say, but like weirdly enough, they can have a taste that is almost akin to cardboard
Mm-hmm.
and throws people off. And I tasted it in this, so that makes sense.
I can see that.
If you treat them really delicately and super like, if you only use them in colder ferments and if you keep it out of oxygen, you can get this like really nice cinnamon note out of them. But I think that's where it came from, and then the nose on 2 is incredible. I will
Yeah,
say
it's much better.
The nose on 2 is so
That's
so
2 over there?
beautiful. Yeah.
If we were
would
comparing
agree there.
just the nose, 2 would win
Yes.
by a lot.
The nose on 1 throws me. The nose on 2 is incredible. 1
Yeah.
is really, the taste is so different than the nose, and I really like the taste. It was a very light touch with currant. I mean, especially given the color.
Mhm.
1 just the I don't think the taste was melded to what I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
One was about 3 months old, they said.
Yeah, which that I think that honey flavor is going to mix in, and that's going to improve with time. I think.
Yeah,
I mean, granted, still one.
Hopefully, you still have a lot left because
Yeah.
in a year or 2, that's going to be amazing.
Anything with currants ages so well too.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if it came from the beer world that I just don't pick up the apple because that's not a super normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I noticed the apple, but I do 75 gallons of apple a
Like
year.
I can definitely taste cherries in there, but I just, for me at least, it might just be my palate because
It's a lot more on the finish.
Yeah,
I have actually had somebody pour me a sizer entirely blind, give it to me and say, "Tell me what this is." That was hard.
Mhm.
Sometimes apple can be tricky.
And it can hide, especially, and then when it pops up later, it can be very age dependent.
The funny thing though is they then threw an ice cube in it. Clear as day.
So,
Interesting.
someone said, I made the cherry. It was mainly cherry juice and apple juice to support. Thanks for the notes. And then Olive again said the honey was coffee blossom, but it was a
Interesting.
mediocre coffee blossom. I've got 9 gallons to mess with.
All right. That's always a
Cool.
nice problem to have.
Cool.
Coffee
Yeah.
blossom. Oh no, what will you ever do with it?
So definitely age that up a bit. That'll be fantastic.
Cool.
Both of them are very similar. Specific gravities, 1030-ish. I'm rounded here pretty good. And then alcohol around 14%.
I'm liking sitting in that 1030 range for these right
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really good range.
Yep.
It's kind of my
think
preferred,
for the-
unless it's something super sweet where I want like 1080 plus. That's rare.
kind of wondering
Like those
what
blueberry
Jack-
pancakes.
Oh my god, that blueberry pancake.
Or remember the one we
Oh,
made from that
oh.
tree?
Yeah.
The blueberry pancake, the one I sent you with.
No, this is
Oh.
one that we made ourselves.
That was one of the best meats.
Yeah,
I brought some stuff we should check the final gravity on later.
absolutely.
This is when I pretty much first met you too, and you're like, "Here's your
Here.
intro for me." Holy shit!
It was
Candy.
1.1 final
25%.
gravity made with
I brought-
cinnamon and
Yeah.
I think I brought some 1100 final stuff.
That's gonna be really fun. I'm looking forward to drinking after this.
But no,
Great.
I enjoyed tasting both these because they're both very fun meads, despite
Yeah.
being
Yeah.
as different as they were to me.
I'm wondering what would happen if you jacked up the apple in the second one.
I think that's
Honestly.
hard too.
It's hard. So they were saying they use juice, and so if you don't use a
Like fresh
fresh
press.
cross, it's really hard to ramp it.
Okay,
Um,
I'm just wondering because it might have offset the
Huh?
cherry a bit.
Number one,
Yeah.
one.
Interesting, because one of my favorite breweries in town, their first
Snacks might
iteration
be good, just
of their,
Plain crackers or something.
yeah,
I have that.
exactly.
Okay.
Perfect. Thank you.
as I was saying, the first iteration of their Scotch ale they did
Hmm.
was basically tastes like those caramel suckers you get around Halloween.
Oh,
Yeah, like the apple caramel
yeah.
ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was fantastic. And that's like you could taste both components, like the caramel and the apple. So I'm wondering if you found a way to amp up the apple flavor, if it would kind of lead into that
Mhm.
neighborhood.
Generally, what I find works
Must
best
be
for apple is really, really high quality fresh press. So getting it right around harvest season, so they haven't cold stored their apples, and then going just 100% fresh press, bringing up to whatever you want with the honey. ferment it cold. It'll preserve a little bit more aroma.
Thank you.
Just in that style. Thank you. And then if you're going to want to do something like a cherry apple, I would then add whole pitted cherries in secondary to it.
Oh, pitted. Oh no, you got to keep them on the pits.
I want the pitted in secondary. I would keep them on
Okay.
the pits in primary because
Okay.
I love to ferment on them.
I have some that we're going to be sharing. Oh boy. We've got a 1083
All right.
contender.
Here we
What
go.
I do with fresh pressed juice, I leave it in Jake's fridge for a year.
Oh,
Until Jake says, take this or I'm using it.
yeah, that's what I needed my freezer back for summer fruit. And I'm like, it's mine or it's yours. Take your pick.
We still need to collab on doing that juniper like gin and tonic.
I am absolutely up for it.
Please don't say gin and tonics.
Salt lime.
Do you not enjoy gin and tonic?
No, I was out drinking till 1 and drinking gin and tonics.
All right, what's your favorite gin
Oh,
though?
hi, Pancake.
Ooh, that's a great
Hi, buddy.
question. The
Thank you.
Copper and King, or sorry, not Copper and King. Copper and Kings makes a really amazing strawberry rose gin. I love that one. However, Castle and Key does a fall release gin that is savory, and it has a lot of fennel bulb.
Really?
I know.
Yeah. So no fennel fronds, no fennel seed, just the bulb,
The bulb? Okay.
and it's really, really good. If I knew that people like gin, I would have actually
That
brought
can't
the
be
bottle
right.
up. Here,
Some-
'cause
Have you
it's so
tried
good.
gin mare?
Yes.
Oh my god, I love that. I get a custom, stuff mix for all my tonic water and everything.
Huh.
Mixing gin mare with the Tomer's tonic water makes probably one of the weirdest gin and tonics you'll ever have, but it's fantastic.
Okay. Wow. No comments here, but wow.
I've already got comments to make.
Yeah, give me a minute. I didn't even start. I was on a rant. Ignore my
No worries.
alcoholism.
You haven't seen my house. You have no room to make that joke.
To be
either.
fair, I'm just
Jake
joking
can-
because
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure everyone at the table is pretty much professional alcoholics, as I like to call
Yeah.
the profession.
Tony and Storm are well aware that my house is just you turn a corner and there's more liquor.
I can't wait to show you my basement. I know you've seen pictures of it, but I've done some upgrades.
I'm excited.
I just swapped from all ball lock kegs to all Sanke, and I got them donated by a local professional that I cannot thank him enough for the use of these, just because it would have cost me thousands of dollars to go through this upgrade myself. But they changed their platform for how they were serving beer, and they just wound up with 6 and 8 gallon kegs that they just couldn't use any longer. So, to my gain, now I have all Sankes. All right. What do people like?
I
know my answer,
I'm sorry,
but-
man.
I need my. I know my answer, but both of these are very good.
Yeah, these are lovely.
Boom. With the salt and the chips, that one goes.
We're doing pairings now.
All right, I'm ready whenever.
I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Good. See, I'm in.
All right.
I
Guess
think we're rotating between the edge of the table. These three agree, and then
I mean, both of them were great.
oh,
guess,
I have
guess the
nothing.
ABV.
Oh god, these are both really sweet.
I don't know 2 yet, but 1 is like 183 is what we measured as.
One has to be something like 16. Is it low?
4.5.
No.
I'm looking. I got a really clear 22 here, and then, I mean, if anyone wants to donate for science, I can get a new sample.
Yeah, here.
Is that
One.
That one? All right.
That doesn't make sense.
All right, want to read the names?
Confirming a win for one.
Confirmed.
Confirmed for 1.
And this round,
184.
the round of names that I'm going to butcher the pronunciation of.
Hey.
Oh, I answer yes. This is right.
Mead 1 was Zlakta, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, entry number 16.
Okay.
Polar.
Yeah.
Mead 2 was entry number 18, Wisikas Peugeot.
So this was literally all Polish.
I didn't do this intentionally.
so for me, like what I liked about 2, the finish was just what set it apart for me. Honestly,
They were both so good, and it was hard for me. I went with 1 because it was a little bit brighter.
I can see that. I enjoyed the darker the finish on 2 was just what set it apart for me in terms of like when I taste it, I'm like I would slow drink this all day after a long day to work.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Just pancake.
Was he? Is he just begging?
He wants my
You
cracker.
can give him a cracker.
It was fantastic. It's very sweet. It's got a
Yeah.
almost
Now all
caramel
this makes
finish.
sense.
The other one's 1090, which
Jason?
is 1091, which is exactly right for Polish.
But the nose on number 1 was amazing.
I'm gonna drink my daily allotment of calories just in
Yeah,
Mead
just today. Yeah, absolutely.
Just thinking we haven't already.
You should have been here last time. The smallest dude there was the one most sober.
Yeah, both of them are like just absolutely no effort. Oh, behind it. Now, again, war correction factor throws us out the window, and that could be off by as much as 30%. But this one's only 7% alcohol by volume.
That makes
Yeah.
no sense.
But again, these are Del stable at these
Yeah.
gravities that we're talking about, and traditional Polish will have a little bit less nutrient complexity and yada yada yada.
Monica,
I love
could
one.
I ask you
so
for some
much.
more water, please? Thank you.
Yeah,
I
I think the
appreciate it.
honey choice was really good on
It
this.
was.
Oh,
It
Yeah.
goes really well. And this one is
you guys
good.
can take your time. I just
but I
need
get,
to-
like,
I don't need the glass.
I get raw wildflower on
Yes. Yes.
this. Again, for a Polish of this kind of final gravity, this should age for longer. Again,
I think-
running my mouth, but
What? Never.
That's why we're here, because you do that a lot.
but my impression is that this style should be 4 to 15 years of aging, and I suspect that nothing that we are going to get at the comp is 4 years old,
Yeah.
much less 15.
I will say I think that number 2 will age better,
Mhm.
just because it has a little bit of bitterness.
Yeah,
Yeah, 2 will age amazingly. It'll develop a lot. Number 1 is definitely a drink it when it's done kind of thing.
I don't know. I love to. Purely. Like, obviously, both of them were really close. If I had to sit and say, hey,
Yeah.
what's going on?
I just wanted to make a note. This is the end of the first round.
Oh boy!
So we have now started
For the
the
last
second
new
layer of the bracket. Also, we've been streaming for about an hour, and the sun is starting to hit the lens. So I'm wondering if do we want to take a quick fiver? I know you guys have meats in front of you. Do you want
Can
to
we just rotate? I'm looking at this lens right now. I think we might be able to just rotate it a little bit, and we can help.
You okay?
Don't break it.
It's all taped in. You won't be able to move it. But I think if we rotate the whole table, we'll be able to get a little bit longer out of it.
Okay.
Finish this round and then
Yeah, we'll
take
finish it.
10,
Yeah,
10
we'll
minute break.
fix the screens.
Yeah.
Okay.
I should probably.
So now we're going back to ones that have already advanced.
Oh, okay. So now
No,
we're back to the dries.
Is this back
Not-
to the drawers?
not yet.
No,
I
this
thought
is
it was
the last
This is the last of
Oh.
the first bracket, which makes it a good break point. Oh wait, no, this is
No, I was gonna say.
this
I,
is a
I thought
redo,
he said
yeah.
this was.
Is-
so your father
Okay.
smells
This
of
is
elderberry.
round 1 of
Yeah,
bracket
okay.
2, right?
This is
Yeah.
round 1 of bracket 2.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow, it's just such a abrupt tone shift from.
And I'm
Oh,
not
this is-
angry at it either.
I know. I like that. I don't want to. Maybe doing that if we do this again next year would be a fun way just to keep your palate from getting overwhelmingly fatigued.
Just do
I'd
every
agree.
other. Instead of
Yeah.
all dry, then all sweet. Do a dry, then a sweet, then a dry, then a sweet.
I think I like doing the sweets and then the dries.
I think,
But I could be
I think
persuaded.
starting dry into sweet worked because then we come back around to the dry,
Dries again.
I agree.
and it
Yeah.
and it refreshes.
And I feel like I appreciate these more than I did the first time around.
Oh, definitely. That might be partly because they've been open a little bit longer.
Yeah,
So they've had time to,
Breathe a little bit.
yeah. Or it could be that coming off a bunch of sweets in a row, they highlight better. It's hard to say. Could be both.
Now, remind me, was the number 1 a little bit more carbonated when it came around the first time?
no, it was very light prickle.
Very,
Yeah.
very light? Okay. And I did not get ABV readings on some of the dries. I think I
Yeah.
started.
Yeah, start
Yeah.
with these.
I mean, I have my option, but I think this one's just tainted, so don't trust my opinion.
Oh, the meat or your opinion?
opinion. Purely as a
I've already
whiskey
made my
drinker.
decision.
Yeah.
Values are different. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, we're gonna choose different.
Yeah, jumping from 191 or 1091 to 1012.
Yeah, going straight from
I
the
am-
Polish to the dry.
I'm fully expecting to be in the minority on
What a
this
tone
one.
shift.
So
I would expect that.
All right, I'm ready when you guys
Usually
are.
All right.
ready,
Yep.
Jake? I'm
What,
waiting
oh,
for-
sorry. I was just gonna say it. 3, 2, 1.
Yep.
Yep.
It was close.
Yeah, you know,
though.
you know.
It was close.
I'm like, I already know what the rest of the table's gonna do, but in terms of
The other thing is they're both winners already.
Yeah.
yeah, how I would
Yeah.
describe it of why
Yeah.
is because 2 tastes like Lagavulin and 16 to me.
That's
in a way.
fair.
And it's hitting that whiskey is my like guilty pleasure because I judge beer and other things like that, so I don't drink as much beer at outside of work and other things. But if I get like a whiskey and that reads like Lagavulin 16, it's just hits that good.
I can see what you're saying
I can see
now.
this being an acquired taste. It's just slightly acrid for me, and not like in like a negative way. It's just like if I'm trying to pick between two things that I really enjoy, I do like the balance of that.
Okay,
one.
I've got to ask you: have you tried Lagavulin 8 versus 16?
8's aggressive in comparison.
I have never
Yeah,
had the
exactly.
8.
It's
Okay,
weird.
so-
It's so aggressive.
So this is a little bit more like 8
Mhm.
in a way, but it's like on its way to 16 because 16 is much more like it gets that minty.
So it's like a 12?
heat. I
1.
So just as a reminder, you've tasted these meads before. Mead number 1 was entry number 17. Your father smelt of elderberry. Mead number 2 was entry number 26. Streambuster.
yeah. I don't know if it's just because we're looping around, but I got that a lot more this second time.
Yeah.
That like
I think as it sat.
yeah.
Oh, which one? The number 2. Yeah.
Because on the first time around I didn't get that, but this time around it hit one of those like nostalgic notes in the back of my brain where I'm like, oh yeah.
I liked both of these more this time around. I mean, I know we already voted
Yeah.
for it to win, but still, I was really appreciating these.
I will say my entire reason for picking 1, just I drink a lot more of 1.
Yeah.
I literally have
Yeah.
no better way to say it other than 1 is one of those things that I would
And
just.
that's the primary
drink a
criteria
ton
for
of.
this competition is which one do you want to drink more?
And so both of these are dry-ish and low ABV.
Yeah.
I don't remember numbers from the first
And
one. But they're
again-
like 5-ish% and 10,
Yeah.
10, 10, 20 sort of thing.
Like you said, it's very much acquired taste in
Mhm.
terms of that, because most people aren't going to be drinking like Lagavulin 16 unless
Yeah.
you like Tire Fire in a can, as I like to call it.
I mean, I kind of like my Tire Fire booze when it comes to my whiskeys and whatnot, but
But that's more my point, is unless you have like that specific, I guess, like for that, or maybe it won't read it the same.
So bad.
So should we break and fix the camera?
yeah, I think it's only going to take us like 30 seconds or so.
Take a 5-minute
just
break.
put it
let
on
people
the-
go.
I'll put 5 on the camera.
Yeah, we'll
Okay.
put 5
All right,
minutes.
we'll be back in 5. Use the bathroom, refresh your water glasses, so on and so forth.
Some treats for the puppy.
Yeah, he's so neglected.
Yeah, terribly.
What brought out that Lagavulin taste in the second, like, I don't know, something changed in between that. I wonder if it's just the like
Slap it all over my arm.
I just charging the phone is.
Is it working?
Yeah, it just. I'm used to things plugging in.
Okay.
All right, welcome back. So we are about halfway done with the drinking at least. So a bracket of 16 and then 8 for 2, continuing on. So that was the first round, really good. I really liked everything that we had.
Yeah.
They were really all very approachable. Tasty.
I
and
wouldn't
that's
say
always
no to a bottle of any
yeah,
of them.
any one of them.
I think we're gonna drink a lot of mead tonight.
Good boy.
Good boy. Good boy.
There was none this year that I went, wow.
Oh boy.
I'm
Big
still
boy.
sad that I didn't make it to entry last year because I was trying to get you a Malort fortified mead.
Cry me a river. Oh no, you didn't get me Malort.
You would have been the what was it, the passion fruit one from last year? You would have been taking that person's place of like, yep.
Well, I was trying to do it to where I was actually going to ferment it to about 8 or 9% and then spike it with Malort to stop the ferment. But I was going to end up
Just
doing
use
like
Everclear.
a 25% addition.
How did he kill the judges? Everyone was like, I'm not drinking this.
It would have been one of those things that everyone would have looked at, smelled, and just said no.
Nope.
Now that we're doing meads that y'all have already tasted, do you want to know the names as you receive them, or do you want to be reminded of the meads after you've
As we receive them is probably good because I can
Yeah.
also see it on the stream here, so
Yeah.
it's a little bit of extra information.
So
Yeah, probably as we get them.
as you get them, I'll re-announce now that you've tasted all of them.
Yep.
Okay, great.
I tried not to look, but sometimes it's harder than others.
Fair enough.
So I'm also trying to watch the comments.
Fair enough. So up next will be entry number 15. If she weighed the same as a duck, she's made of wood, 2024. And then entry number 19, almost none left.
Oh no.
Oh no. These are some fan favorites.
This is gonna be rough.
This is going to be rough. I really liked both of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we skip this round and come back to it later?
No.
Hey, I haven't actually posted the night,
Yeah, but I think
this is only a verbal.
they've already poured them though.
Unlike last year, at least it's not Heart of Darkness clone versus Heart of Darkness clone.
To be
I
fair,
forgot about that.
those were great.
Those were both great, and we're both like, this is a crime.
I think I'm
Why
gonna
do we
pick the
have
Heart of
to
Darkness clone though.
It turns out a Heart of Darkness clone worked.
It's
It made it through the bracket versus itself.
All right, Fatty, that's enough out of you.
No, no. That's a good boy.
Pancake?
Don't call him fat. Here you go, buddy.
Hey, the vet said he's fat, not me.
What if that's
Well,
Thank
that's
you.
wrong. I was going to say big bone.
Yeah, I've never seen him eat before. But I think he eats so many paper towels. It's the only food he gets.
Do you remember when you got the turkey at Meetup?
Yep.
You got a whole turkey.
Yeah, he outsmarted me. So we're out here. We had a table. We deep fried a turkey. It was delicious.
Ooh.
He went inside to go do something. He was like, "All right, watch the dog. Make sure I get the turkey." I was like, "No problem. I got this. I'm smarter than the dog. No problem."
Nope.
All of a sudden, dog starts going like he wants to go inside. And I was like, "Oh, sure. If I let him in, I don't have to watch the turkey anymore." So he gets halfway up the stairs. I follow him. All of a sudden, he doubles back and outruns me. Grabs the turkey and dips. The entire turkey carcass. He's just happiest dog I've ever seen.
Pancake, you're a genius.
I thought for sure that was going to be a problem, but that, and he's got a pork bone too.
Ready? Ready?
It's,
This is the,
duck and
Oh
duck.
yeah, sorry.
and then this is the one that I
Okay.
think
He
is
decided he's happy eating off the ground. Oh no.
Oh
AJ.
man, those are both
Which
just
was
so
number
Oh
good.
wait,
again?
yes, Mead.
Entry number 19, almost none left.
Okay.
yeah, the one that I'm pretty sure is current.
Did we know who made that?
Entry number 19.
Yeah.
Can I dox people?
I
If
don't
it has
think-
their real name, don't say it.
Yeah, it has
But if-
their real name.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, everything's going to be real names.
Well, some people might have have listed their screen name.
I
or
feel
something.
bad because you end up with everyone's email,
Yeah.
their name, their phone number, and their home address. It's like,
And their social security.
do I
number.
really? Do I? I don't need this for a meat comp. I don't.
Make sure you run the credit check.
There's so much
It's
I
gonna
like
be hard.
both.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to say it's hard for me because I have one that I like, but they're so good.
I could drink either of these.
Y'all are gonna
Yeah.
look at me like I'm a psychopath.
Well, we haven't already.
Fair. Fair.
I've been the psychopath the entire time. It's your turn. It's been I drink
No, all 3 of you have been wrong a couple times.
Yeah, I was wrong round 1.
You guys ready?
I know which one. That's my favorite.
3, 2, 1, 2. Oh, exactly like we thought.
Surprising no one.
What am I gonna drink more of? That's why I picked. I would drink so much more of number 1 because number 2 gets too heavy at the end.
I think if you had a pint of this, you'd have a very different opinion than what we just had. My
agree.
first taste of it, I had a
pint of this. I'd hate my life.
Oh, if I had a pint of that, I'd be so happy.
I would for about.
I'd order
10
I'd order a
seconds.
second.
on my first sip of one of the made of wood, I had a little bit of bitterness to it, which then when I revisited, I've had 3 sips of each of these now. On this judging, I didn't pick it up afterwards.
It's such an incredible nose, and this is the same one. It's just the texture for me is so nice on this one.
Yes, this one had a very good mouthfeel. This one had a little bit thicker mouthfeel, which I could see not being.
It's a little syrupy.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, not. Oh, okay. I thought you were about to toss. It's like, oh man, you really did like number 1.
Remember, I drink Malort. Nothing is getting thrown.
For fun.
So the finale is totally shots of Reaper, right?
Yeah. Oh, no.
Yeah, I have ghost pepper Fernet.
Oh god, we got to see which one's hotter.
Did you bring?
Oh, we can do it side by side.
Yeah.
Final round.
Did you bring the corn?
I brought Scotch bonnet mellow corn and ghost pepper Fernet Branca.
Was that what kept me hiccuping for the longest time?
Yes.
Oh my god, we're gonna hate ourselves. That's totally going on stream.
Yeah, that might be a good honorary final round.
They're just
Which
little-
one of you is the worst mead maker?
Just little 2-ounce Boston rounds too.
For that one, it's which one do you hate more?
These are 2 commercial.
These are just
things.
liquors that have been infused in hot pepper.
For fun.
For fun.
My question, to you on one is, how would you feel drinking that in the middle of a super hot day?
Love it.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, this one I could drink a glass of when it's hot out. But this to me is more sitting around the fire.
Yeah, it's a winter drink.
Number 1 to me, I could drink a lot of number 1.
Okay, I think that's different from where I'm coming from. 'Cause I think it's just the atmosphere getting to me a little bit of I really enjoy 2, but it brings that warmth, and maybe it's just because
It's big.
yeah, it's
Well, I think you go present that to a crowd of 15 people, and you're going to get about 14 opinions.
Yeah.
We were pretty unanimous here, but we've got some biases that we are not correcting for.
I'm just wondering if I'm biased because it's cold out, or if it's just because if we did this during the summer, I'd choose one, and then during the winter, I'd choose 2. That kind of thing.
I think the interesting thing is I chose 1 even though I am very much generally the person looking for more intensity and concentration and depth and things that I'm drinking. So choosing the one that was actually brighter and fresher and more lively is kind of against what I normally go for.
Makes sense. I've got some stuff downstairs. The cherry prison wine. But so most of what I make is mead, for the audience here. But sometimes I'll make stuff with just fermented sugar with fruit, especially if I'm using second use fruit. I just want something that's easy to drink, a seltzer essentially.
He just wants to make some food. No, don't worry about it.
I mean, if I spent that much time picking those cherries, I'm going to use them twice. So
He's fermented that ketchup in his toilet.
Oh no!
I went out to a family farm and got the best cherries in Door County, handpicked by yours truly and my father. Each cherry individually selected first. Yeah, okay, we'll get out of it. Half of it was shake, half of it was
I'm drinking.
But so I made a really good batch of wine, which we'll try tonight, or Mead. It was wine at first, then I added honey in the second step of the ferment.
Thank you.
Welcome.
And then all the waste fruit I took and put in, two 15-gallon barrels and added sugar and water to, reconstitute it some. And I got this really nice seltzer out of it.
So that's how you make piquette.
I've never heard that word.
Piquette
You're making
is
that up.
no piquette. Piquette is basically second runnings wine. So once you press your grapes, and especially in a lot of traditional old world winemaking, what you'll do is you'll actually press when you're at like 3 bricks. So you'll press at 3 bricks. Those skins, what you couldn't press out of them, you take all that skin, you rehydrate it, and you add sugar, and you get to about 9% potential. Ferment on the skins for 6 or 7 days. Press again. Then you've really utilized everything you can. You get a very nice, bright, fresh, slightly rosé-ish in color. And then you bottle condition it, and it's really wonderful. I'll probably be doing some next year, actually.
By my math, I got about 2% off the fruit and 4% off the sugar, and it's good. I mean, I got 30 gallons of it. Yeah.
There you go.
Nothing
It'll be
bad
better
about that.
than-
Or, I mean, ATF, don't shoot my dog. No, I stay within the legal limits, but I do definitely keep track of things.
You're allowed to 200 gallons per your household.
Yeah, with
200
2
gallons,
adults.
But yeah,
So 200 at yours, 200 at mine.
Right, Pancake? Right, buddy?
but yeah, now that I got all that big wine equipment, I'm actually going to be doing some larger batches of wine yearly, which means I'm probably going to do piquette.
Nice.
It's really worth doing.
One of the things I'm really excited about is I'm going to do like a 20% Sangye where I actually pull off and crush a lot of the liquid to just give a higher skin to
Thank
juice
you.
ratio for more intensity.
Oh, bounced again. I think he's having a hard time seeing them. So,
Yeah.
pancake. Eye contact. Straight up. Oh, no.
Eye contact.
He's just dumb.
Poor
So what
pancake.
is 1 versus 2, please? Thank you.
Oh, yes. So, meat number 1 is entry number 14, Strawberry Charade. Meat number 2 is entry number 28, Peachy Keen Tea.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Where to go?
The nose on strawberry is still fantastic.
I know.
Yeah, and it's not a strong strawberry flavor,
So good
but
on both of them.
it's
Get it on the
And
Just
also
exactly
there's
what-
still the
Yeah.
gorgeous carbonation.
yeah.
yeah, it still looks amazing.
That's been sitting for what, an hour?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's still pouring.
It's so
fantastic.
unfair.
I still don't get like a massive amount of peach off of the Peachy King one.
Peach is hard.
Oh,
I get a little bit.
I got
It's at
30,
the
I got 30
very,
gallons of peach.
very
When you,
end.
down
when
in
you
my
listen
basement.
for it,
isn't
you can
it?
tell a lot more.
I'm gonna be curious because I might
The nose is
be able to
straight
tap
honey.
it tonight. We'll
Yeah.
see.
It's still
Um,
so good though.
I'll be curious to see what your opinion is on it.
Not that making comments
We should
before
bust
choose,
out some of
course, I would
mine,
never
too.
do that.
Oh yeah,
Since we're
absolutely.
here. I want to
Absolutely.
get some more opinions on it.
Oh man, that's hard, especially going back to the strawberry from the peach because
Yeah.
they are
Do
very
them in
different final
reverse
gravities.
order, honestly.
I-
I think the
When I had strawberry and then peach, I very firmly like the strawberry more than when I have it in the other order.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, pancake.
That's
No, I
what
see
I'm
what you're saying.
It's
Yeah.
like, do it
The
both
strawberry is a
ways.
lot more muted after the peach.
Yes.
I think it's because the sugar in the peach is kind of
Yeah.
pushing the strawberry out.
Although
Yeah.
the
You have-
aftertaste
you
on
have
that's fantastic, even after.
Okay. I have my vote,
I
and
have
it is very tough.
I know. I have mine.
I should have brought a coin.
I'm sorry to
Roll a
everyone
D20.
I
that
didn't
made
bring
it
any.
past round
I got
one.
D20s, you know that.
Like, I'm honestly sorry to everyone that made it through round one because there's so much good mead that we're just having to be like, nope, too bad.
Too bad.
Yeah.
Go home.
We double elimination bracket.
I'm going to hate myself. because
That's
I
what we should have done. As a, we
these
should.
two,
We could
but-
still possibly do that.
With as few entries as this one.
Yeah, we could do a losers bracket after.
Never against. You guys
All
ready?
right, ready?
No.
Ready?
3.
What?
What?
You're not ready?
I can understand that in this
Yeah.
one, honestly.
It's so they're so different. It's hard to say which
Yeah.
one I like
Yeah.
more. I love them both in different ways.
That's what I love about Shootout, though.
It's fun.
It's so different than trying to go slap a number on something. Like you say, oh, this is a 42 mead, and then you work backwards from there. It just
My friend got a 0 on mouthfeel recently.
oh,
And they told him it was a great beer.
The minimum is 1.
because they wanted to make their number. The judge had a
I'm
number
not
in
going
mind.
to run my mouth
Oh,
right here.
Self-restraint. Good
no.
job.
Hush. Enough.
Pancake has
All right.
opinions on that.
All right.
Ready?
I can't decide. All right, fuck it.
All right, he doesn't count.
Or
Oh
No,
my
no.
god!
I was looking here and I got confused.
Holy crap!
Yeah.
Wow, oh, that's the closest it's been. Oh, I was going back and forth.
So it's an E, it's a 5.
No, the strawberry.
Strawberry
Yeah.
is the winner.
Yeah,
Strawberry is fantastic.
I'm
Peach
so
cream
sorry.
is fantastic, but so notice a little bit of honey haze in there. This is still a little younger, and I taste a little bit of unmelded honey in Peachy Keen.
For me, it came down to after having the strawberry into the peach, it made the peach a bit flabby.
Interesting, yeah, because there's a little bit more brightness on the.
And having the peach on
strawberry
its own, it is so phenomenal.
Yeah.
But as soon as you have it with something else, it really brings.
But like, look at the color.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
I mean, that is.
Strawberry is one of the best here today by far.
It's so good.
It's hard. Well, that's why I was split. But the
Whoever
peach
made
is just such a good honey character.
it's
Yeah.
such an
When
incredible
I think
mead.
of Mead, that's like where my brain goes.
Yes.
It's so
The
beautiful.
strawberry is very tasty, but it's closer to a seltzer than a Mead. So that's
I
why I
love
was
it.
kind of like, I'll lean towards the peach a little bit. But
disagree with you there.
and that's
No, no,
fair.
that's-
I had to make a decision somehow, so I chose an arbitrary. Which one's more meaty?
So
they're-
not
I couldn't pick
seltzer,
which one I
because
liked
you have
more.
a hydromel. That is a
Yeah.
iconic hydromel.
It
The
is,
other
yeah.
ones,
I think
Well,
any
between the
meadery would be
petulance
so
and the
happy
lightness
to
of the
make
flavor.
this commercially.
I 90% of meaderies I've gone to make at least several products that are significantly worse.
The thing is, if someone made this commercially, I would be buying cans of it and always keeping it stocked in my
Yeah,
house.
Yeah.
I'm in the same boat.
I think
And that's where I had to go on that one.
I mean, in
Um,
terms of like widely adopted like styles, I would say that would be something that someone could.
Yeah, that would see a lot of.
You should try it. It's very good.
You need to try this one because I know you all are just drinking the losers right now. I need you to understand why I say that.
I didn't hear what you said.
I said this would be something I'd keep cans of at the house all the time if a commercial meadery made it.
Let's say that it's fine.
Sorry, just like what?
We've had it for a week tomorrow.
Yeah. It tastes similar to the strawberry basil at Manning. Strawberry character wise.
Yeah, so whoever made the strawberry, if you want to go commercial, and start selling it, you have a market base.
5 consumers. And pancake.
Pancake wants some too. That's right.
I wonder if they can hear the airplane on the stream or not. But that's
The
definitely.
noise compression's look pretty good.
That's good.
Yeah, Reese did a great job setting up the compression and noise cancellation. So
Good.
Good job, he found it.
yeah, I've been impressed.
So one.
The yard, you can't hear any of the yard
I'm
work.
sure there's several of
That's
them.
Oh, really?
You can't hear
That's
the yard work
awesome.
being
I'm still
Oh.
laughing about my desktop just sitting out here.
done.
For the stream, you can't see this, but I've got like this big.
Yeah, we should always take a photo. You should take a photo from your perspective, so you can see what you.
It's gonna
everyone
work.
can
I don't
see
know
what
if
you
it's
are
gonna
looking
work.
at.
Don't dox your address though.
Turn around or something. I don't know. Yeah. Well, fuck it.
To be fair, this is the best your desktop has looked in the 4 years I've known you.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
And in the 4 years you've known him, I've known him for like an extra 1 or 2 on top of that,
Yeah.
and it hadn't changed between when I met him and when you met him until last week when we cleaned it up and put
Tell
panels
me
on
when I've
it.
got this in the right position.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you're gonna try and do it like that.
this is
Wait, a little closer. Well, the problem is tilt it down so that you might get a little yeah. The lights reflect on the screen. You just need to post it into Discord or something.
It's possible.
Or send it to him and have him put it on the. Send it to him and have it.
I'm not.
on the screen.
that worked fine.
It's really hard to see.
Hey, Storm,
Oh,
do you screenshot taking a picture of your computer screen with your phone?
I've never done that.
I
I
mean,
don't
I feel like
believe
that's
you.
something you'd do.
You literally just did that.
No, so like,
I don't,
like
I
the
have an
reverse.
issue pressing the
so
button.
when I'm playing Helldivers, like you see the map when you before you drop, and so like I do a print screen of my whole screen and then drop it into Paint so I can keep the mini map with all the information that's on. So maybe guilty as charged.
Is this when I just look at you and say nerd?
He is a nerd.
I mean,
All right. Before you
Dungeons and
before you begin drinking the next round,
You only won.
these are mead number 1 is entry number 2, Black Currant. Mead number 2 is entry number 16, Zlatka.
Oh no.
I'm sure I'm pronouncing that wrong.
We're gonna get yelled at eventually for it.
Just posted on TMH. That's what somebody-
Hey, at least
Yeah,
it's
the meat
not
hall.
Welsh, okay?
Yeah. Maybe 20 syllables longer.
You don't have any vowels in here. What am I supposed to pronounce?
Wow.
There's an A in the middle.
Shut up.
I got my choice.
How did you make that so easy considering last round?
Yeah, give me a second here.
Different strokes for different folks.
I haven't even finished my drinking. He's like, I already have my choice.
Mm-hmm.
No, not you shut up.
He wants more treats.
Hmm.
I found one on the ground.
Such a good boy.
We're definitely getting to that point where. Let me go when you guys are ready.
I need a
I
minute.
need a minute
Yeah,
too.
absolutely.
Okay, I'm good. I'm not happy about it, but I'm good. I think that's gonna be literally the entire rest of this. Is I'm
Yeah,
not really happy
there's
about
gonna
it.
be some things.
Yeah, some of these choices are a lot harder than others.
I have a very specific reason to.
Ready?
Yeah.
Ready? 2, 1, 2. The usual descent.
Yeah.
One's falling apart in the glass.
I taste that a little bit, but for me it was the acidity that brings it back that I like
Yeah.
more.
Yeah,
One-
in my opinion, it's a little too acidic for my palate.
I got a little bit more acidity than I wanted in one,
Mhm.
and I really loved the honey nuance, and it felt very complicated.
No, I completely agree because up until the last drink I was going back and forth in between the two. It was just the acidity.
Two has
That
so
I-
much more staying power is the problem.
Yeah, it has so much character and
I get it.
complexity while still being light and refreshing. It just hits that spot where it feels great to drink in the middle.
I mean, I can't. It's one of those things where, like you said last round, it was just a toss up for me in terms of
Yeah.
like at this moment in time, I felt like I liked the acidity more, which is why I just went with.
So, for statements on one, because I love this mead and I'm really sad to vote against it.
Mm-hmm.
It needs. This isn't something to open up and decant. This is something to drink. That's my opinion.
That if it sits around, you feel like
As it's been sitting,
Mm-hmm.
even though
Yeah, it was better than around the 1st
I'd
time.
agree.
yes,
with that.
even though our steward team is doing the best job they can,
It's still been opened.
It's
Yeah,
starting to
they've
open.
got cappers and everything going on,
Yeah,
but
it's once oxygen gets to it, this meat is a little too delicate, and it's starting to just fall off and get a little disjoined as it sits
Interesting.
open.
No, I see what you're saying. I agree.
And that's the.
It was
wine
much
drinker in
richer the
me.
first time around too.
That's really just the wine drinker and me talking on this one.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
I don't drink wine that much because I get headaches from drinking most American wines. So
Oh,
I
sulfites.
think that's a difference there that I have.
What?
It's not always sulfites.
Well, I mean,
It's a lot more. We'll get into that.
yeah.
Well, I don't know too much about wine. It's not something I specialize in because I just know I drink wine and I get a headache. And
There's a lot of things that are very long chains that are very complicated, and sometimes they don't sit well
Take your
with
time.
people. But
I just need a
I
dicks.
do think that some people go slap 300 ppm of things on.
They do.
Sure.
They absolutely do. And that is something that I noticed when I was
Missing
out
the dick.
in Napa and Sonoma.
Oh, sorry.
As you have now said it,
Wait, what?
our taster things look like dicks.
Yeah.
Should you think the dick?
Oh God.
She said, "I'm missing a dick."
So form
Well,
follows
you can
function.
keep drinking. I just need the dick.
So they're a little tab to hold on to, and then you put each shot glass and there, and whoop,
Hey,
we can hold
there
one up
and
and
there.
back out.
Yeah.
Yeah, little phallic.
That was the end of round 2.
All
Yeah.
right, we're getting there.
This is the next round will be the quarterfinal. We're getting a little bit of light in the lens. If you want to take just a couple minutes, since we're at the end of round 2, or do you want to power through?
I'll keep going.
How's it looking?
We're at the
Like that.
quarterfinals, so
Oh yeah, no, that's fine.
All right, little lens flare never killed anyone.
Yeah, if it gets worse than that, we'll
That's a J.J. Abrams.
change things maybe.
Yep.
All right, I'm too.
Wow.
Oh,
The finals brought to you by Michael Bay.
upload a file. Okay, I feel so
yeah,
dumb. I
so
didn't know how
the
to.
big issue is a lot of these like American wineries are harvesting late, and they are hitting it really heavy.
There we go.
Just before crush because they're taking a day and a half to get their grapes in.
Okay.
And since they take a while to get their grapes in, they hit it with 100 ppm at crush.
Got crush?
And then something we use in mead a lot is we're using cultured yeast.
Mm-hmm.
High quality winemaking, you shouldn't pitch yeast. I hate to say it, but
I'm not.
you shouldn't.
You have some opinions about how to go make wine. Say it ain't so.
Yeah, but there's a reason that some of the best wines with staying power you don't pitch yeast
Mhm.
because the yeast on grape skins ferments wines well. But a lot of the lower quality wines tend to be over sulfited throughout the process, sterilely done, and then a lot of aggressive additives at the end. Not that these are bad, just that they make things that
Control versus lively.
yeah, yes, exactly.
If it takes one bad bottle to sink a ship.
A great example of that is a couple of very, very popular wines that use an additive that people don't like called Mega Purple. I don't have a problem with it, but
Assuming it's a dye.
it is a red fleshed red juice grape because most of your wine grapes are actually red fleshed white juice.
Okay.
You actually get all of your color from the flesh,
But yeah.
like from the skin.
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Yes.
stuff.
Yes.
But so the Mega Purple and Mega Red are actually just super heavily steam evaporated concentrate
Good work.
of these, and since they're added just in like blending,
Mm-hmm.
they add residual sugar.
Mm-hmm.
And those are heavily sulfited,
Yeah.
and grapes naturally contain sulfite.
Yep. I mean, every
Especially
fermentation
so-
does.
Especially so when you're talking Cali wine and Central Coastal, you end up with things where you've got your grapes might come in at 30 bricks. If your grapes come in at 30 bricks, you got to water back, but you're still dealing with the sulfites that exist from your grapes.
Yeah, for me, like, most of the times I've tried wine, I just get a bad headache after, so I just don't.
Got
No, that was last time. We had
delve
actual
in.
fire.
Oh.
Just like,
These are mead number 1, entry 17. Your father smelt of elderberries. Mead 2, entry number 19. Almost none left.
No.
I'm so sorry to both of you because it's going to be hard.
Yeah, one of you is going to not progress, and that's upsetting.
Yeah. Everyone that's made it this far is absolutely deserving of it.
Mm.
It's hard because now we're starting to get into the dry versus
Yeah.
sweets.
Already got my decision.
What is it, Mr. Pancake? What?
Very much do not.
I don't know.
Okay, I'm good.
Hmm.
I hate that I'm good that fast.
Yeah, same. I could drink bottles of either of these
Yeah.
and not have a problem. But
I know which one I'm gonna pick.
Yeah, this
and
is
I'm-
one of those.
I could drink a
Yeah.
bottle, and I'd still have a slight preference towards one. So,
You guys ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, 2.
Yep.
Yep.
it's
I'm
so
sorry,
good.
1, and it's not even the dryness. It's that 2 is just bigger.
Yeah, it's
more
two's got
complex.
a little bit of tannin that's a little stronger than I wanted.
2 is,
But
2 is still opening up and evolving. And
Yeah.
1 isn't. That's where it comes to me.
I think
Yeah.
it comes to what we did last year. If we just need a dry bracket, if we
well, I
can-
wanted to, but we only got 16 fucking entries.
But
So-
I mean, I think if these weren't, it wasn't paired up like the sweet versus dry. I think
Yep.
elderberry would have gone further.
Yeah, elderberry is fantastic.
So
I just
we do need to point that out that this is such a phenomenal.
It is a really,
Yeah.
really done mead. And to the point, we are doing a sweet and dry bracket. We're just doing them at the same time.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so
That one dry.
Yeah, so whatever is the highest 3 dries are going to win.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
little medals, and then the highest 3 sweets are going to win. And if we need to go do some stuff in like the round of 8 or 4 to go figure out some tiebreakers, oh no, oh no.
Ow, my
Yeah,
arm
like-
hurts from all the twisting.
I think this is the only dry left.
I
this point,
think that's the
I think
highest
this was the
dry.
only
I
dry that
haven't.
made it through the quarterfinals.
More of my point
Yes,
was
that looks like.
is I think this is like the pinnacle of this thing's dries versus one of the very, very good sweets.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We're
And I
talking-
think that's just fighting against each other because it's in a weird way. It's kind of like punching across brackets in a
Yeah.
way
Yeah.
that I wouldn't agree
We're
with.
just talking.
They're both top
versus
tier.
great.
I was not happy when I saw how it came out.
Just that.
I want to finish these.
But we had 16 meads. I
Yeah.
mean, I have to do a bracket of 16.
Oh, he's so considerate.
I can't even imagine how sloshed you all were with a 50 bead bracket.
Oh,
I-
God.
They were
Well-
very poor.
We had several drop out.
Oh yeah. No.
I was fairly
gone.
sober, but I felt like I could steal someone's insulin pen and just shoot myself with it at the
I
end.
feel
of
like
the
that's the point where you need to have replacement judges for the second half.
I could have. I mean, I made it all the way through,
I
but
did too.
not
Not pleasantly.
soberly enough to be useful.
Well, and in the final bracket, you're so palate fatigued.
Oh my
the
God.
last
That-
round is which one's less offensive? It's the lightest one wins.
That was honestly one of the big issues was because it's just so hard to like run a gauntlet like that
Mhm.
and give a fair judging to people.
Part of it is that's the point, though.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is what
This
This
is
does
this is
that
the fun
others
part
doesn't.
about this.
Yeah.
That's literally why I always am so happy about
Hmm?
this comp. It's just it's different.
And if you think without palate fatigue isn't a thing, go do a big judging thing where you're starting at 8 and ending at 5.
Oh yeah.
Here's palate fatigue. I don't care if
Yeah.
you're spitting or not.
It doesn't matter.
You have had a lot of berries in your mouth, and eventually, oh my God, that
Sir, we're not going to anywhere we're putting berries.
Why, what's it always about dicks with you?
that was way less PG-13 than I intended it to be.
All right, who's putting the
So that's how you win competitions.
New top prize.
We're adults. Mature adults.
Wait, you're an adult?
I specifically,
One of those words is
I
accurate.
definitely don't look like one.
I specifically said when we posted this to YouTube that it's not for children.
For the record, he is over 21.
I'm not sure about Tony.
7.
I've literally hung out with Tony at Mead festivals for the last 3 years, and I look at him every year and I'm like, are you sure you're allowed to be here?
I have a mustache now.
I
had a
tried that.
mustache
I
last
just look
night
like
that
I'm
was
not
bigger
allowed
than
around
that.
pools.
What'd you say? Storm? What'd you say?
I said I shaved a mustache bigger than that off last night.
I'm not allowed to shave it off.
Oh no, I'm in trouble.
Looks of shame.
Big trouble.
The look of shame. That was incredible.
So palate fatigue.
Oh yeah, that's what we,
Topic.
that's what we
Yeah,
learned.
that's what we want.
Palate fatigue can be so rough.
But that's very much what it should be in real life. Like, have you ever gone to the bar and had one beer? Yeah, we all have 2 beers.
Wait, people have one beer?
I don't know if I've ever
3
gone and
beers?
only had one beer.
I have. I just had to make
I mean, sometimes you show up and you gotta go
a
home.
beer.
Yeah. I mean,
Sometimes you get called into work.
yeah. And then you go in with a 6-pack and you say,
Wait, you're not. You can't work.
I work in industry. I can't. I work in fucking like manufacturing. So
Yeah.
Oh
me
yeah,
too.
never mind. You can't.
I legally can't drink on the premises, even though no comments.
I have an investment speech, so you know that sums it up.
So
I
you
drink
work
a
in
lot on the
tech.
job.
Yeah.
All the grossest shit.
But some people make very technically good meads or beers or whatever, and then someone goes and has 4 pints of it, and what they're looking for by the end. I don't drink IPAs first, but
Oh
as a
god.
3rd beer, yeah, sure, give me
Don't
an
get me
IPA.
started on IPAs though. That is the one sore spot you're gonna find around.
Oh no, I know exactly what I was walking into here.
Yeah.
Disappointed in you.
It's because I've judged so many of them. Is the answer.
My favorite palate fatigue story is that I literally was having a beer share with a ton of friends, drinking entirely too much, We're probably 6 or 7 hours in.
Oh no.
Sorry, keep going.
Oh, I was worried.
We're looking at names.
This round is going to be rough.
I already know what it is by
Oh.
just looking at it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Entry number 14, Strawberry Charade versus entry number 16, Schlatka.
No. Why?
And it's still beautifully carbonated.
Yeah.
It's a lot less.
yeah.
There's a lot less head on it, but it still looks gorgeous.
I've been served first round, opened 15 minutes ago. That did not present as beautifully as that. There are bubbles on the bottom of the glass that are swelling
And also,
up.
these are plastic cups, so
Yep.
they kill carbonation.
Yep. And it didn't foam. I watched him pour it. It didn't, geyser or anything.
It's
I already
perfectly
know,
carbonated.
so I'm
I would
just
love to
gonna
know if there's
stop.
an additive in this. Some guar gum or something that.
Agar.
Agar.
You need to move the box a little bit, or
Probably. It is starting to get
Yeah, we're starting to get a beam over your head.
like a serious lens flare.
that's fine. We don't need the.
I wonder if I just.
Wait, what happened?
I wonder if I can.
But yeah, I was. At one point, I was
You
like
just
6 hours
censored at
in a
the
beer
end there.
chair, and we opened a Treehouse IPA that's just always going to be solid because it's Treehouse IPA. They're always good. And we're all looking at it like, this tastes wrong. And we all look at it, we're just sitting there and we're trying it, and we're like, all of our palates are blown out right now.
Storm has heard me go on about rants about IPAs more times than I can probably count. So I will say that's the one category I do not enjoy judging,
Also,
just
there's so
because
many-
that we'll get into that later because I don't want to go on a rant. But let me just say, he knows how I feel about that style of beer very thoroughly.
It is an easy beer to make quickly, not cheaply, but quickly, and you can hide a lot of sins in your process by making
Yeah. And I
You
have
can make
made-
IPA.
You can make an okay with hiding a lot of sins. The
I have-
problem is making a really good one.
I have
We've been told we're too drunk.
never been given butyric acid. For those that don't know,
Remember to
that's,
guard your privacy and
baby
abide by our
baby
community
vomit.
guideline.
Fermented
But-
orange juice, you'll get it.
I have definitely got fucking close in an IPA once, and that,
I might disagree with everyone on this one.
How'd you get down there, buddy? Well, I
I don't know.
think
Is
it's
everyone good?
contentious.
Because I
I'm
mean,
good.
I already had my mind made up after I tasted them again.
I'm good, and I'm
Yeah.
upset, but I'm good.
I'm pretty sure I knew which one I wanted before I even drank them, and then I tasted them, and it just
All right,
confirmed which
I'm
one
ready.
I knew I liked.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, we disagreed.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's a real toss, and it's the oak and 16 that I like. I love the nuance that's behind it, and I like sweeter stuff.
Yeah.
16
I'm in the same
beautiful.
boat. It's
Yeah.
also the honey character really shines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It highlights a beautiful honey, and it tastes amazing.
There's
Don't get me wrong, the strawberry is absolutely fantastic. I want several cases of this to just drink every day. But
yeah. I can't name a better strawberry that I've had.
yeah, it's the best strawberry drink that I've ever had. It's definitely at the top, but just the honey character on this other one just was enough to push it over for me.
See, I think it's the opposite. I think the strawberry is the part that.
I went from the fact that I'm going to drink more of the strawberry tonight.
And it's a perfectly valid way
Why do you think
to
I'm
go
voting
for it.
against it? No. The less we drink of the competition, the more there's left in the bottle. No.
Very,
So
very
if you
good.
went out first round, understand that we're going to be drinking all those.
Yeah. There's no refunds.
To be
Right,
fair,
and
there
that was
aren't
the
any ones that went
quarterfinal.
What?
this year.
That was the quarterfinal.
That hurt.
Yeah. I'm not happy that I'm just to be honest. I'm not happy that the strawberry got knocked out.
That hurt.
The strawberry is fantastic.
I'm trying to remember what the two that are going up then. So it's got to be not much left then?
Yep.
On shot? Oh,
Alaska.
oh God.
That I'm not.
I know
I'm not ready
I'm
for that.
butchering it. That's going to be a hard
This
one.
is so
Yeah.
hard.
You might have grabbed one of those tortilla chips. Thank you.
Yeah, those have been like saving my
They're really
palate.
nice.
The wafers.
Oh yeah, wafers.
Wafers sound very nice. There's pretzels too if anyone wants those.
Good, Corey.
Oh, his wafer's a little sweet after all.
Yeah,
Sugar on sugar.
that's why I was like, I need a tortilla chip.
A little bit of
How much
salt.
pancake gruel is going to be on this table?
There's a lot already.
Oh, you haven't even seen him go. Like, if I'm teasing him with a plate, so like if
Aw.
I'm like make burgers and you've got like the waste as it
Yeah.
rests, I'll kind of eyeball him a little bit, and it's like the end of dinner. And he's been sitting there staring soulfully because abused and not fed.
I'm not.
And then I'll tease
Yeah,
him.
your 100-pound dog is absolutely underfed.
That's
40.
Oh my
As I said, this dog weighs more than me. I'm 120, so
the dog is literally bigger than you are.
yeah.
But just like dripping, like tablespoons of so it's just like you gotta wait, and look at this over here, you gotta wait, and all right, go get it. And
Also, we're gonna be having words about that strawberry later.
We're all going to fight over the bottle.
We're gonna be having that strawberry
we're
later.
gonna be having that strawberry.
I know, but I'm gonna be telling you, you guys are wrong.
I
I think what's fair is that since you and I voted it forward, we get to drink the rest.
I
There
agree.
you go.
I'll fight you for it.
Then why didn't you vote
I think
for
we've
it?
got dibs. Uh-oh.
Ow.
What's up?
The tree's attacking me.
Did you get hit by a nut?
Right on my back.
Not on your back.
Yeah.
PG-13.
Like Miss Dead Joe. What's the haps?
We may have messed up.
I ran out of treats.
It sounds like it's time for a Fernet break.
No.
I didn't bring
You were
Fernet.
talking palate
It's never,
fatigue.
is it always?
To be fair, if we're capping it off, it's got to be the Reaper and the whatever.
I'm not ready
And
for
just
that.
watch everyone's reaction.
I'm not mentally prepared for Reaper.
So, I had some of these guys over to my house for my 30th birthday party. I do a big crawfish boil every year, and it's basically
Oh, that was you.
Yeah, so we open up the cellar and just everything's fair game.
Yeah.
There's like 1,000 bottles in the cellar right now.
Mm-hmm.
I started the party by I have a bottle of Fernet and I have a 30 rack of High Life, and if there's anything left at the end, I'm going to be really angry. Anyway, at one point, I convinced Storm and Tony to do shots of Fernet out of the head of crawfish shells.
That doesn't sound like it'd be a difficult thing to persuade him to do.
We also did a lot of caviar bumps.
Oh, the caviar almost made me toss it.
That was so funny.
To be fair, I remember the first time Tom brought home the Reaper Mead. This is before I knew Storm. And
Yeah, I got him to give me a bottle.
yeah,
And he's like, the only requirement I have is you give it to people and record them drinking it. And I was like, done.
I think we still have that recording of me and
I do,
one of my
I saw the
college
video.
buddies, who's not here right now because he is not a huge drinker. But we tried that when we were going to like play D&D one night or something. I forget what we were doing. And I just remember like me being like, yeah, this is really hot, and then turning to him and he's like, ah!
He almost died.
Yeah.
A few years ago, after
Those are
like a competition, we went to a local like Viper Meadery.
Okay.
Their old location. And Storm brought a bottle of Reaper. And we're all drinking some. And he gives some to the guy who like owns the place. He took like a sniff. I was like, no, fuck that.
That's most people's reaction when he hands them Reaper.
Yeah.
But the sadist keeps making it.
Also, I love how we're fully logo out on the Dots pretzels.
Oh, yeah.
Sponsored.
Yeah. Please sponsor
Brought
us,
to you
Dots.
by
I would
Dots
love
from
some
South
free
Pretzels.
pretzels.
Pardon the intermission there.
Yummy and delicious.
It is a very challenging bracket, and we should be good to go from here.
That,
That was tough.
Yeah.
That was really
I am
tough.
still not happy about the last round, I'm
yeah,
gonna be honest.
I'm
I'm
agreeing.
disappointed with you three.
The only thing I'm happy about is that the two of us are gonna dome that bottle.
Yeah.
So that was, I think, the strongest technical mead here, that strawberry.
Yeah,
The
100%.
carbonation, the clarity, strawberry is a hard fruit to
45
deal with. Yes,
Qualified
I
plus.
would absolutely say that is eligible for best of show.
Yeah.
At a traditional cop.
It got beat out by sugar. There's no better way to say it.
Yes, it got beat out by sweetness, but I do like the nuance in the final flavor. If it didn't have that oak note at the end of the Polish, I would never have gone for it over.
Master.
Oh boy.
You were all going to jail. You're on my shit list right now. I'm not gonna lie.
All
I
right,
usually respect your opinion, Storm, but not today.
the
Today's
last
gone.
ones.
No.
Last ones are entry number 16, Schlotka, and entry number 19, Almost None Left.
Oh no.
Pass.
Why?
Both?
Yes. Yes.
I don't even need to taste
Yes,
it.
and
Yeah,
if
both
yes-
of them are getting prize money.
Yeah.
There you go. That's right. Oh man. All right, let's go review. What the? Squirrels?
Carl. Squirrels work in my kitchen every week,
Nah, I know.
and Talia gave them bread.
You fed the squirrels?
You did. People dig me the bread.
I came home from work. They were in the backyard eating bread on a chicken coop.
Have you told Tank?
Oh,
I have, actually, yeah.
God.
Fine.
Okay, so just to review. Come on, you can do it. Connect. Oh, it turned off. That's
God
why.
damn it. I'm angry.
Gosh, buddy.
Hi, Pancake.
All right, connecting. Couldn't find device. What's your deal?
To reiterate,
You guys demonetized.
Yeah,
this one
whatever.
was
Oh
10-8,
no!
Yeah,
Sorry, I got you
10-8. Remember,
demonetized.
and this one was
More like this.
about.
This one was ads.
These are both about 1080.
Yeah, that sounds right. I think that one may have been even as much
This
as
may have
1090.
been almost 1090.
This is
Yeah.
a crime. I just want to put it out there.
I agree. Because I don't even like how I'm voting, but I have to vote on merit. And the reason I say I don't like how I'm voting is they're both incredible.
All
I
right.
would drink both of these.
How many
and
rounds
no.
have you been happy about how we're voting, though? It's like every round's been like, I don't like how I'm voting.
I know.
Well, it's past the last few rounds where, like,
Yeah.
everything's good.
yeah.
It's very, very good. I'm ready if you guys are, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, and there's none left.
Oh!
I think the Polish one, and this is hilarious for Polish to say, is approaching cloying. By comparison with a strong dark fruit next to it. I mean, in small glasses, sweet is good, but it's still at the end of the day, I felt like the balance was hit just a little better.
And I thought that the Polish was a little bit better balanced than the current. I thought the
Interesting.
current's
It's a
acid was
little
a little too
acid
high.
high.
Yeah, I am on the same boat. That's why I voted Polish. It's just the complexity, the smoothness, the way it evolved.
It's
And
impressive.
it remained consistent across all the rounds, too.
Yes.
And
If anything, it improved round over round.
yeah,
I
Which is
would
why I voted for
absolutely
it.
agree.
yeah. It was
Absolutely
absolutely
agree.
phenomenal.
I-
It's probably my favorite personally of the thing. And it's very close, but it's just got a little bit of that edge. One, partly because of the sweetness, I got a bit of a sweet tooth on that.
Yep.
And the honey character really shines on it.
Yep.
And it's a really great example of
What?
like what it's trying to be.
1 part honey to 4 parts booze and water. You should have
Yeah,
a character.
that's what I'm looking for in a mead. It delivers perfectly.
If it had been a higher ABV, I think I would have liked it. Again, personal bias. When I do Polish like Dwoj and Troj, I want the ABV to be at the upper limits for the style. And if you do a traditional style of the ferment, generally you're only going to hit that by fortifying, which I do think reduces the quality of the final beverage. And so it's just it didn't have enough punch from the alcohol to really balance some of that, but that's
Yeah.
my bias, not indicative of the style. It was done perfectly for the
It-
style.
Yeah.
perfectly.
They're both incredible meads.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I'm so sorry for whoever doesn't have a lot of this left.
Yeah.
It is deeply upsetting.
You really should have sat on these for 3 or 4 years.
Or hopefully you wrote down the recipe and you can make a lot more and then sit on it for a long time.
Anything
because
you've got
it is
left,
fantastic.
any of them you've got left, decant them for an hour before you open. I mean,
Yeah.
it's
It
still
really grew.
improving.
Yeah.
The longer
Tiger
it was
Pat's
opened,
back.
the better it
Yep, I
got.
saw that.
Like I loved both of them.
Yeah.
But it was just two grew
Yeah.
so much as it was opened that it was like even between rounds, and that was only like
15, 20
yeah.
minutes.
Yeah.
For the longest one.
And it just kept going up and up and up. So definitely one of the weirder ones that gets better with oxidization. Yes.
Well,
Breathing.
it's breathing. Like you want.
Okay, well I mean
But yes, that's exactly what it means.
If your methods are
It's
reductive
controlled
enough-
oxidization to a certain level. If you left it open for like 3 days, I bet it would taste like crap.
You know,
Oh well, that's
You'd be shocked how
you
much sugar.
know, I have
grease
a
is.
I have a story about a Shrammed Ginger 750 I left open in my fridge for 6 months,
Yeah.
and then it was so much better.
Sorry, Mr. Shram, don't send the
There's
ATF.
nothing wrong about that mead tin, but it was too aggressive for my palate at the time.
Too strong of a ginger or too
Yeah,
sweet or
Too much ginger.
Okay.
And as it blew off a lot of the aromatics, it was so beautiful. I mean, I literally didn't revisit that mead for months because I was just like, this is too much for me. But it just, and now I've been very lucky that some of my friends have given me some of those small batch gingers he made 7-8 years ago.
Okay.
Oh my god, they're incredible now. I'm sorry, Pancake. Why do you always look so
Give him a
malnourished?
pocket full of treats.
I'm
and he
glad it's
still
not
wants
just
more.
me.
Like
Sit.
Pancake's face just looked
Sit.
like I am
Yeah.
malnourished.
and then you look at the rest of Pancake.
Rude.
All right, so I think we take like a 5-minute break,
Who won?
and then we're gonna go
Black
the black currant.
Black currant. 2.
Almost none left.
Yeah.
Number 19 is the ultimate winner.
Very good showing. Well done.
I think we take 5 minutes. We go grab all the spicy stuff and then
Yes.
go make bad
Yeah.
life decisions.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do we want to
So-
do a loser's bracket?
See everyone.
I don't think so. I
Okay.
don't think we're gonna have a ton of value add from it.
We will see you all in 5 minutes for some regretful decisions.
And again.
Help.
Spice.
All right, welcome back. I feel like this belongs on a specific TV show or movie, but instead of it being mousetraps, it's shots of something very, very spicy. So we'll see how this goes.
So,
Fear factor.
Do we have buckets?
Is this Joe Rogan?
no.
You can't
So-
spit because my dog
No,
will
she
eat
has
it.
hair.
We're gonna start off with a Scotch bonnet infused mellow corn,
Oh,
and then from there we're gonna go to a ghost pepper infused Fernet Branca. Mellow corn is a high corn whiskey in used barrels from Heaven Hill. Fernet Branca is an Italian Amaro that tastes like mint and bitter, and a lot of people
Hot
don't
peppers,
like it.
apparently.
Because it's gross.
I love Fernet though.
Oh,
And we made these.
And then Storm has
Yeah.
given us a Reaper mead as well.
so it's Reapers, habaneros, and red chilies. I use it to make 5 gallons very spicy for one, 375 bottle, or 15 gallons a little spicy for one bottle. So we're going to say which one we like the best, and also which one is the hottest. Good luck.
I hate everyone.
Oh, that ain't shit.
That's not.
It does not taste good.
Oh, but
It doesn't taste like.
It gives me hiccups though.
It's rough
Yes.
though.
it's kind of raw. It's like tingly. Yeah.
It's like drinking sandpaper.
I can feel it
Oh,
along my
I
tongue.
don't like that at all.
It doesn't
Why are you
mellow
drinking
and it doesn't
It doesn't corn.
mature.
But it's called mellow corn.
Yeah. It doesn't corn either.
It's none of those things.
It's actually called not so mellow.
Yeah, we've
corn.
actually nicknamed this one Not So Mellow Corn.
It will
took-
give you hiccups.
This is a salt corn.
It will.
It's like I just
It
put
only gets
super
worse.
glue on the
Right.
tongue.
Yeah.
The fact
Next
Maybe
one.
like the
Neuro-
pepper.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I don't like Fernet Branca.
Oh no. Oh no, no.
I don't.
That is just wrong.
Oh, I hate that on so many levels. Oh no.
It triggered my gag reflex.
Fuck.
I got the hiccups now. Oh fuck.
That's terrible.
I need a minute before we.
Oh shit.
That is a crime against humanity.
Crackers.
The mint and hot pepper.
Yeah,
is
that was rough.
wow.
That's my first time tasting this.
Can
And
you
There is
just roll it out?
nothing redeemable about it.
No.
That
I
is
think
so
it's
hot.
amazing.
Oh god, it just gets worse.
Sorry, were we saying favorite or most offensive?
Oh
Yeah.
I think I win most offensive.
We can do both. Unironically, though, I do kind of like that. Not enough to actually drink it.
No.
but, it was very interesting.
This is the second time you're fucking wrong tonight.
You know how someone was like, why are the pores so small?
Hmm?
I think that was still too much.
Mm.
Oh fuck.
Wow, I'm out there.
Oh,
Damn.
I'm honest. I don't know if my tongue can drink all that.
This is way easier than. I promise.
All right, do we go for the Reaper mead now?
Not yet.
Yeah.
No.
Just yeah, maybe give it a
Damn
minute.
it. Fuck me.
Oh my god.
You all weren't expecting that?
The mint I was not expecting.
I feel like the words you should be using is like any good war criminal. Purely incidental.
I think the best part is I messaged Tony like 2 days ago and said, Tony, I'm bringing you a little treat.
Was this the treat, eh?
This was the little treat.
I need more water.
You belong in prison.
He's in the house.
Everyone watching the stream, you guys are fucking idiots. That's immediately what they're probably thinking about all of us.
One to go.
That's horrifying.
I blame you for forcing
Thank you
me to
so
make
much.
Thank you for
Did I
really.
get the did I get the names at least somewhat right for the stream?
Yeah, no, you spelled the peppers correctly.
Okay, at least I got the right peppers and the right number.
Well,
You can't get into the house?
I'm not saying the number live.
Yeah,
Oh,
Boy,
that is criminal.
I hate you so much.
my sinuses are clear though. It was a small amount that shocked.
Why are my lungs hot?
That how
about to
little it
have
was and
favorite.
how absurd it was.
I told you, like, you didn't actually have any bread.
All right,
Oh,
you guys ready?
Yeah.
No.
No, but
Yes. Yes.
I
fuck
might
you.
punch you if it's worse than that one.
It's
wait,
not.
should we save this one?
Oh, I didn't think it was gonna go up.
All
I
right.
favor this sometimes, but not
Dude.
this time.
If any of these hornets try to drink, they'll get fucked up.
Oh, that's so
Oh,
good.
one died in a candle. It snuffed it out.
All
No,
right,
it died.
here.
It's so good.
I unironically really like
This is good.
Oh,
That's
Oh.
lovely. Thank
Yeah.
you.
I also don't know if I can taste anything anymore.
No,
My
that
palate is so blown
I
out.
can't taste anything.
I'm actually shocked because that doesn't taste like anything after those, and that is a unholy amount of peppers.
I actually like it now.
Your spicy meat is less spicy than
Yeah.
mine.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, like not even close.
Jeez.
That ghost pepper one
No,
is
don't-
brutal.
don't even.
There's
touch
so
that
much
one.
more flavor nuance, and like this has like this warming thing that's going on.
Yeah, I need that.
That's lovely. That's
Yeah, I need
tasty.
about a gallon of that too if you want to pass it down.
Okay, pass the water down.
This is
I hope you
literally
like
the
it will get
tiniest
hotter.
amount I-
Of the ghost pepper?
of the ghost pepper.
Oh, I'm not drinking that.
Oh, do it!
Yeah.
Hey, you were congested.
Oh,
You asked how bad it was compared to the Reaper.
yeah, and I'm
Yeah,
not drinking the
he
Reaper,
struggles with the
much less-
Reaper.
This is-
Okay.
this is
Yeah.
worse.
I will pound shots of the Reaper compared to whatever the fuck that was.
The first one was pretty okay.
The
The
Scotch
first
Bonnet
one's
Mellow
okay.
is good. I
The
like the
second
Scotch
one-
Bonnet Mellow.
I
don't
would
even
not
like
give
it.
Interesting
my
opinion about what
Yeah,
good
yeah.
is.
I don't know why I decided to make this.
You could have made
Really?
the second one into
But I
bear
think it
mace,
was just-
and I would have been like, yeah, that's fine.
Someone said you should have done this before the final judging.
I'm fucked up.
I can't taste anything anymore.
Yeah. That
The
is.
second one,
well, on a
if you
good
would
note,
have
I
said,
have some
I just made you
thoughts.
drink
Okay.
bear mace, I would have been like, yeah, that's accurate.
No, this is. I don't know if it's because I can't taste any spice anymore, but this is fucking
No,
wonderful.
you do
No.
it before the last judging and judge it on viscosity alone.
We'll probably drink some more of it later. I always love taking like fruity things and adding just like a little splash of it, and it can be so
But this
interesting.
Is, this is pure evil.
Yeah,
I made
that's,
pure evil.
That's unwholesome.
I'm not drinking that again. You'd have to pay me. To
No, you're not.
Oh no, he's gonna leave it here.
No, he's not.
Someone's
I-
gonna get a surprise.
Oh.
I'm leaving both of them here.
I think Eric needs some of
I
that.
think
Yes,
the more
exactly.
concerning part is why is there so much left at this one point?
Oh, because I poured a little bit heavier.
Yes. Now that everything's faded, though, I don't feel too
Was
bad.
it nuts?
It's honestly
Please
it's not
do.
bad.
What is this?
Yours, drink it.
No, the Scotch Bonnet was fine.
tapped
I drank
out?
that again.
Was it you tap? Oh, you
Oh,
tapped
fuck
out.
yeah.
For that. No. No.
All right. Our lunch dinner thing is here, and I think this is where we're calling the stream. It's been lovely to have everyone. We'll be sending out all the awards for both the dry and sweets. Like I said, cash prizes. We've got the chalices coming. Feel free to use those as a drinking vessel. They are very much watertight. Yeah, thank you for the mead. Thank you for your time. Cheers, Narok, and have a good time.